I'll send it over to Ryan with the lineups.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Niagara Purple Eagles, who come in with a record of 1-12. Leading off will be the right fielder, Dawson Bailey. Benny Serrano, the left fielder, hits in the 2 spot. Peter Bagaglia, the first baseman, hits third. Michael Gabriel at third base hits cleanup. Max Gorodano, the shortstop, hitting fifth. It'll be Josh Marquesa, the designated hitter, hitting sixth. Matt Zaremba behind the plate, hitting seventh. Joey Battaglia at second base, hitting eighth. And then Darian Blanks in center field will bat ninth. Defensively for Utah Valley tonight, not much changes from last night. Jake Plakis is in left. Michael Beltran in center field with Alexander Marco in right. Paul Estrada will be at third. Trevor Howell at short. Cody Hall at second. Cade Polson at first. Back behind the plate tonight will be the catcher Drew Sims, and Matt Dahlke will be on the mound. Dahlke 1-0 on the year, making his 7th appearance and his second start with a 3.68 ERA. He's gotten through 7 1/3 innings with 12 hits, 3 runs, all earned, has walked 2 and struck out 5. Opponents hitting .387 off the right-hander, who tonight, Jordan, you'd really hope he would find a way to maybe somehow go deep into the ball game, maybe give you 5 innings tonight. Might be a good thing and a kind of a goal or benchmark for Dahlke so far tonight.
We'll see. The first pitch is on the way. A fastball is swung on and fouled off to the right by Dawson Bailey. First pitch right on time, 6 p.m. The game time temperature, 55 degrees, an overcast evening here in Orem. So Dahlke working from the windup. The one strike offering is swung on and lined into center field. A base hit for Bailey. And a good sign for Niagara, who came up short last night. The score was really not indicative of the ball game. The Wolverines won 8-2, but it was a close game, a 1-1 game in the last of the 8th when the Wolverines broke it open. So here is Serrano with a man at first base. A left-handed hitter, wide open stance. Dahlke right away into his stretch. Serrano hitting .196. The pitch to him. A ball misses outside, ball 1. Niagara played earlier today. They lost to BYU. And they made the drive over here to Orem, about a 10-15 minute drive on University Parkway. So they have lost 9 in a row. The 1-0 pitch, a swing by Serrano and a foul off and to the left. And it's 1-1.
And Jordan, that fact alone just kind of makes it a point what a big game this is for Utah Valley. An opportunity to come away with a quick 2-game sweep, really setting yourself up well, playing maybe some of your better baseball as you get ready to play UC Irvine this weekend, because the Anteaters will come into Orem playing pretty good baseball. Yeah,
and I believe UC Irvine is ranked in the top 25. The 1-1 pitch coming to Benny Serrano. Here it is. He shows bunt and takes a breaking ball outside. It's 2-1. Peter Battaglia on deck. Just underway here in Orem. No score. Top of the first. Bailey is at first base. He singled to begin the ball game. The 2-1 from Dahlke. A swing and a pop-up to the left of home plate in foul territory. It'll be Estrada, the third baseman. He will make the grab halfway, a little more than halfway down the third base line, and there's one away. So here's Battaglia. A right-handed hitter. The junior hitting .209, no home runs, 1 RBI on the year. Dahlke from the stretch, he throws. A swing and a high fly ball deep into right field. Marco at the track, he looks up, it's off the base of the wall. Heading to third, reading it well was Bailey. Into second with a stand-up double is Battaglia, and Niagara is threatening right away. Niagara scored a run in the first inning against BYU earlier today. They're looking to do the same here off Dahlke. So Michael Gabriel will come to the plate. And the Purple Eagles do not need a base hit to take the lead. 2 men on, 1 man out. the corners come in for the Wolverines. They are a step or two just behind the infield grass. The middle infield will play back. They'll concede the run. Gabriel went 1 for 3 earlier today at BYU. Dalkey set at the belt. He throws. A slider catches the outside corner. Strike one. The home plate umpires Brandon Vandermeed. Mike Reimer is at first base, and Jared Clough is at third. Vandermeed was the home plate umpire a week ago at BYU when Dalkey was on the mound. And we saw Vandermeed give the corners, especially that outside corner. The one-strike pitch, a ball misses inside, and it's 1-1. Another breaking ball from Dalkey. Gabriel, a right-handed hitter, hitting .240. Has 5 RBIs on the season. Dalkey set. He throws. A swing and a foul back and out of play. There was the fastball. And it's 1-2. A very sparse crowd early on here in Orem. Battaglia at second, Bailey at third. 1 out in the inning. Dalkey set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A ground ball up the middle. This will score a run. Howell gloves it as he charges, throws to first for the out, but Niagara takes a 1-0 lead. Gabriel picks up RBI number 6 on the season. Battaglia advances to third base. They're 2 away.
And we talked last night for Utah Valley, a good opportunity and understanding of situational hitting. And right there, it was Gabriel who just did the exact same thing. Understand the infield's back, just make sure he makes contact and puts it up the middle. And for that, it's going to give his starting pitcher a 1-0 lead to work with.
So here's Giordano swinging at the first pitch, and he fouls it back to the screen. A fastball in on his hands. It's 0-1. Giordano, the shortstop, he came up with a big hit last night, sending a deep fly ball into the right field corner that tied the game. That was in the 6th inning when the Wolverines at the time were leading 1-0. A fastball in at the knees, a low strike, and it's 0-2. Giordano with a .273 average. 5 men batted home on the year, no home runs. A man at third, 2 outs, 1-0 Purple Eagles. The pitch, a swing and a slow ground ball foul on the third base side.
I think there's a late foul call there, and I think Niagara was saying, hey, you better run it out to first, is what happened. And about the time Paul Estrada picked up the baseball, that's when Brandon Vandermeed stopped play.
And that's the right call. Of course, it could be rolling in foul territory prior to reaching that third base bag, and if it rolls back into fair territory and you pick it up or it stops, it's a fair ball. The 0-2 from Dalkey. A swing and a line drive into center field. That's going to one-hop in front of Beltran. In comes Battaglia. It's 2-0 Niagara. 0-2. And Dalkey does not finish Giordano off. He picks up an RBI. Just a line drive into shallow center field. So here is Marquesa. The designated hitter hitting from the left side. The pitch to him. A fastball's in there for a called strike. We did not see Marquesa last night. But he did play earlier today at BYU. He went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Dalkey, the right-hander, set. He throws and a fastball misses outside. Dalkey, a very abbreviated delivery, a very low leg kick, hardly a leg kick at all. The transfer from southeastern Louisiana. Right arm dangling, he peers in, has what he wants. The 1-1. A slider in there at the knees on the inside corner. Strike 2 called. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Marquesa. He is hitting .233 in 30 at-bats this season. No home runs, 3 men batted home. Polson holding on Giordano at first. The 1-2 pitch, a swing and a fly ball down the left field line. Plakas going back at the wall. It is gone. A 2-run home run for Marquesa, his first of the season. And it's a big inning for Niagara. They take a 4-0 lead. And Eric Matson's going to take a walk out to the mound and have a word with his starter.
And this is not what you wanted if you're Utah Valley and Matt Dahlke, because one thing that you saw last night, the last thing you want to do, it's early enough in the ball game, but you don't want to give Niagara, you have to think of it, Niagara is hungry tonight to come out, score some runs, and try to get out of here with a W and head back east. And so it's something here to kind of really think about if you're Utah Valley. You don't want to dig yourself into too big of a hole, especially early on, and give these Niagara bats confidence that they can score a lot of runs. If not, we could be in for a high-scoring slugfest tonight here at UCCU Ballpark.
Well, yeah, that ship has sailed. The Wolverines give up 4 at least here in the first inning. The inning is still not over. 3 of these runs coming with 2 outs. So here is Zaremba, the catcher, hitting from the left side. He swings and misses. We saw last night the starting catcher, Tevlin, injured in the 8th inning. He had to come out of the ballgame, and he did not play earlier today. Zaremba, just his second at-bat of the season here, as a ball misses down low. It's 1-1. Dahlke has thrown 21 pitches, so not a ton, but has given up 4 runs. Here's the pitch. The 1-1 curveball misses outside, and it's 2-1. And we're going to see somebody start to get loose for the Wolverines. That's Logan Pettit, the lefty. The pitch, a swing and a fly ball into right center field. Beltran moving over. He's under it, and he makes the grab. The inning finally ends, but Niagara puts up a 4 spot in the top of the first. On to the last of the first inning. It's the Purple Eagles 4, the Wolverines coming up.
A Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done, so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew.
Bottom of the first inning here at the UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Eric Madsen's Utah Valley Wolverines. Leading off will be the shortstop, Trevor Howell. Michael Beltran, the center fielder, hits in the 2 spot. Paul Estrada will hit third, followed by Drew Sims. Alexander Marco, after his home run last night, back in the 5 spot. Cody Hall will hit 6th. Ty Vargas will DH tonight. Cade Polson will be at first, batting 8th, and then Jake Plakas will bat 9th and be in left field. Defensively here really quickly for Niagara in the outfield from left to right, it will be Benny Serrano, Darian Blanks, and then Dawson Bailey on the infield. Michael Gabriel will be at third. Max Giordano at short. At second, Joey Battaglia. Over at first base, Peter Battaglia. Matt Zaremba behind the plate, and Tommy Bednarski, the freshman, making the start. 0-0 on the year, making his 6th appearance with a 6.23 ERA. He's gone 4 1/3 innings so far. Opponent's hitting .391 off the right-hander, so an opportunity for Utah Valley. Jordan, they need to get those bats going quickly tonight here and maybe show some patience tonight at the plate a little bit.
Indeed, they trail 4-0. Howell takes a ball up high, then takes a fastball on the corner, outside corner, for a strike. It's 1-1. Trevor Howell hitting just 172 on the season. an on-base percentage of just .221. That's the average you'd like to see him raise. He bunts here. A good one on the third base side. Bednarski off the mound to field it, throws to first, but it's late. A nice job by Trevor Howell. A good bunt, and he beats it out. The leadoff man is on. So here is Michael Beltran. Beltran hitting .365. He leads the Wolverines with that batting average. A man on, nobody out here in the last of the first. Bednarski set. He throws. And there's a ball in the dirt. Bednarski will come with the fastball, curveball, changeup. His best pitch is the fastball. So he comes up with an off-speed pitch there. That looked like the curveball. First pitch to Beltran, and he bounced it. Battaglia holding on the runner at first. The 1-0. A swing and a foul off to the right. Fastball at 87 miles an hour. It's 1-1 to Beltran. Well, the two brothers getting the start on the right side of the infield for Niagara. Joey Battaglia at second base. He's a freshman. Peter Battaglia at first base. He is a junior out of Williamsville, New York. The 1-1 from Bednarski. Here it comes. Nope. He will step off.
Really want to see if Utah Valley makes some adjustments. We saw last night with the guy going with the fastball quite a bit first pitch. Utah Valley being aggressive with it. I'm interested to see tonight, especially after the first couple of pitches coming curveball.
The 1-1 is lined up the middle off the glove of Battaglia and into center field. So Beltran stays hot. That's a tough play for Joey Battaglia, and he just couldn't quite backhand the short hop. So a base hit, two men on, nobody out.
I want to see if Utah Valley maybe takes a little more time here. You have a freshman on the mound who's been struggling. It's easy to kind of quickly get a couple of things going wrong when you're young in your career in college baseball, and then you kind of shut down. I'm interested to see how Utah Valley maybe makes this freshman work a little bit tonight.
Well, they're going to make him work here in the first inning. He has given up two base hits to begin this game. Estrada up there, the pitch to him. Paul takes a strike on the outside corner at 88 miles an hour, a fastball from Bednarski. Bednarski now steps off, looks to shortstop. Giordano gives him a series of signs like you would see a catcher give. And now Bednarski back on the rubber, I should say. The one strike offering coming to Estrada. Howell dancing off second. Here's a little looper into center field. That's going to hang up there for Blanks. He catches it. And there's one away. That fastball at 91 miles an hour. So Bednarski putting something extra on that. Estrada lines out, and there's one away in the first. So not a productive out if you're Paul Estrada. Does not move anybody into, or does not put runners at second and third with less than two outs. Here is Sims. Drew Sims, the sophomore, hitting .250. He came up with the big hit in the eighth inning that put the Wolverines, well, he tied the game. It was a two-run single, and he put the Wolverines ahead on the same base hit. The pitch to him is swung on and grounded through the left side, base hit. Howell's going to be sent home. Here comes the throw from Serrano. It is cut off. The relay is not in time, and it goes to the backstop. Heading to third is Beltran. Into second on the throw is Sims. It is 4-1. That throw was not going to get there on time, just a bit late of the sliding Howell, but it gets by Zaremba, and that's a big error. It's going to be an E5 on Gabriel on the throw, and that allows two runners to take second and third with just one out. Here is Marco. He homered last night. So Beltran at third, Sims at second as Marco takes a strike. 4-1, Niagara leading. The Wolverines threatening, though. They do not need a base hit to plate another run here. Two men on, one man out. We're in the last of the first inning. Marco, a right-handed hitter. The pitch to him. Fastball at 88 misses up and in. It's 2-1. I say 2-1. It is 1 ball, 1 strike. Bednarski, the freshman, trying to get out of the jam. Hall is on deck. The 1-1. Marco swings and taps one slowly to second. This should score a run. Battaglia barehands it, makes a nice play throwing to first base on the run. Marco is retired, but Beltran comes in to score. It is 4-2. Niagara. Sims advances to third. So Marco picks up RBI number 8. That leads the Wolverines. That was a really nice play by Joey Battaglia, charging and barehanding that baseball, then throwing sidearm to his brother at first as his momentum carried him towards home plate. 2 away. Here's Hall. The pitch down in the dirt, but Hall could not check his swing. He goes around on a curveball. 0-1.
And that's a tough play to make at second base, much less when you're trying to charge that grass. Maybe a little more drier from where we saw it over the weekend for sure, but it's still one of those plays where you're trying to get that quickly.
Curveball. That one catches the inside corner. Strike 2.
Can become an easy play to quickly just kind of turn your hand the wrong way and just kind of throw kind of a curveball to first base, or sometimes just kind of freeze, or just a great job of situational hitting again by Utah Valley.
The 0-2. Fastball misses down and away, and it's 1-2. Cody Hall hitting .306. 6 RBIs, no home runs. A right-handed hitter with his back foot on the back line of the batter's box, the 1-2. And a changeup misses down and away. It's 2-2. Sims is at third base. 2 outs. Bednarski throws. A swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Giordano up with it, throws to first to get the hustling Hall, and the Wolverines are retired. However, they get 2 back on 3 hits. They leave a man stranded. We head to the second inning. Niagara 4, Utah Valley 2.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
Utah Valley trails Niagara 4-2 as we begin the second inning. Matt Dahlke, the starter, back out on the mound for the Wolverines. He will face Joey Battaglia, Blanks, and Dawson Bailey, 8, 9, and 1, in the Purple Eagles order. Niagara broke out in the first inning with 4 runs, 2 of which came on a Josh Marquesa home run, his first of the year. Here is Joey Battaglia. The younger of the 2 Battaglias. The freshman takes a strike. The Wolverines in their home whites, green caps. Niagara in the black tops with the purple sleeves. A big swing and a miss there from Battaglia. He was looking to hit his first home run of the year. Instead, he swings and misses. It's 0-2. The Purple Eagles with the gray pants as a fastball misses way up high. Goes to the backstop. It's 1-2. The purple helmets, black caps. The 1-2 pitch coming from Dalkey, working from the windup. He kicks and fires. And a swing and a slow dribbler to third. Estrada charges. He tries to barehand it, but he can't come up with it. That'll be a base hit for Battaglia. Essentially a swinging bunt, and the leadoff man is on. Niagara has lost 9 ball games in a row. They are due. They are up on the top step of that dugout. You can just feel it. They need a win. On a long road trip, they head straight to Cincinnati after this one for a weekend series with the Bearcats. Pettit, the left-hander, still getting loose in the Utah Valley bullpen. Polson holds on the runner at first. Here is Blanks, a right-handed hitter, bent at the knees. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike on the outside corner. A fastball from Matt Dalkey. It's 0-1. The Wolverines snapped a 4-game losing streak last night. They are 3-12 on the year. They would tell you they also are pining for a win. The Wolverines have not won 2 in a row this season. A throw over to first. Battaglia back in standing. He has not attempted to steal a bag this season. So Dalkey right away in this inning back into his stretch. The pitch. A bunt right back to the pitcher. Dalkey will go to first. He's safe. He didn't hurry enough. Matt Dalkey, that is. Blanks is very fast. And there are runners on first and second. Nobody out. Dalkey made a solid play. It was not a terribly good bunt right in front of the pitcher's mound. He kind of backspinned it back there. But Dalkey just took too long.
And right now, you really think of it, Niagara, they've had a couple of harder hit baseballs, but really they're finding the right spot in the outfield, a couple of those base hits, and they're using speed and athleticism right now against Utah Valley. And Matt Dalkey here really needs to get a big out.
Here's Bailey. He swings away and misses at a first pitch fastball, thigh high, and it's 0-1. Polson, the first baseman, playing in on the grass, expecting possibly Bailey to bunt. Bailey singled in the first inning. He came around to score one of those 4 runs. 4-2 Niagara. Dalkey set at the belt. He throws now, scoring around to bunt, but Bailey bunts it foul.
You know, you were mentioning a moment ago the last time Utah Valley's won 2 straight. You have to go back to last March. It was that series here in Orem against UTRGV. They won the Friday night game 10-1 and then the Saturday game 6-1. Other than that, you got to go back to last March. And so Utah Valley in a good position here to try to see if they can come from behind tonight here early on. But right now, you'd really love a ground ball right at somebody to try to get to.
Nobody out. Men on first and second for the Purple Eagles. The 0-2. Curveball misses inside. 1-2. Bailey hitting .213 on the season. The true leadoff man. Does have 9 walks. An on-base percentage of .345. Dalkey pitching under duress. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball. I say a fastball. That looked almost like a curveball that slipped out of the hand of Dalkey. It did not break. Missed up and in. 2-2. The middle infield, double play depth. Estrada, 4 or 5 steps to the right of the foul line. A couple steps behind the third base bag. 2-2. Dalkey set. Now he'll come home. Fastball swung on, hit into right center field. That's going to fall. It's going to split the outfielders. Marco will cut it off. One runner coming around third, and there are 2 runners at third base. Now there's a rundown. a miscommunication, and Battaglia is going to be tagged out by Sims. A mistake on the base paths, it looked like, by Blanks. Blanks was at first base. He came around to third, but Battaglia was not going to go home, and Blanks almost ran ahead of his own player.
I think Battaglia, held up to make sure the ball wasn't caught. Blanks just took off. I think he had maybe a little bit better read on the baseball coming from first to second base, and then it just kind of got to the point where it put Battaglia out kind of in no man's land when he got around third and went to quickly stop. And right now we'll see Eric Madsen come out, and the night for Matt Dahlke is going to come to an end here early in the second inning.
So the Wolverines get a gift, really, with that out. Just one out in the inning. Runners at second and third. It'll be Benny Serrano as Pettit comes in to take over for Dahlke. It will be a bullpen night for Utah Valley. We'll take a quick break on Go UVU, come back with the numbers on Pettit. The Wolverines trailing 4-2.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserving. If it's worth it, you be on straight and narrow instead of swerving. Ignore the dream killers and doubters, cause they ain't perfect.
Dang, still a lot of doubters out there. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for the motivation.
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Top of the second inning right now. Niagara with runners on at second and third with one out. The new pitcher will be Logan Pettit. Pettit making his fourth appearance of the year with
Serrano steps in. Lefty versus lefty. A fastball misses high and away, and it's 1-0. Serrano popped up in foul territory back in the first inning. Pettit peers in. Runners at second and third. Just one out. And now time taken. Was a balk called? It was. Brandon Vandermeed called a balk. And a run will come in to score. Unbelievable. So Pettit, the lefty, comes in to face, in part, because he's facing a lefty, and he balks, and a run comes in. Now the infield will come in for the Wolverines. 5-2 Niagara. The pitch is swung on and popped up. Left center field. This is deep enough. It should get the run home. Plakus under it. He has it. The throw comes home. It is not in time. Bailey scores. It is 6-2 Niagara.
We'll take a look at the numbers here on Logan Pettit. I grabbed the wrong stat line for him and started reading it going, wait, this doesn't make sense.
Well, they're new numbers now.
Logan Pettit coming into this inning tonight, 0-0 on the year, making his fourth appearance, a 7.94 ERA in 5 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting .273 off the left-hander, who had a pretty good outing against St. Mary's over the weekend.
First pitch in there to the right-handed hitting Battaglia. This is Peter Battaglia, the junior, the older brother. Changeup misses down and away. More fans filing in here at UCCU Ballpark. Not a lot of fans out tonight. From the windup, Pettit throws a swing and a miss, a high fastball at 84 miles an hour, and it's 1-2 to Battaglia. So Serrano picks up an RBI on that sacrifice fly. Base is empty. The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Niagara is retired. But they put a 2 spot on the board. They get the 2 back. They lead 6-2 as we head to the last of the second on GoUVU.com.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else? In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life.
If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Hyundai. I promise you'll love it.
Adrenaline, passion, triumph. Moments that'll never be forgotten. The 2019 WAC Basketball Tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. March 13th through the 16th. Be a part of the madness. Get your tickets now at 801-863-7474 or at GoUVU.com.
Vargas swings at the first pitch he sees, and the center fielder, Blanks, makes a terrific diving catch in right center field to retire him. A beautiful play by Darian Blanks, laying out there, headlong, and making the grab, one away. So that brings up Cade Polson in the Wolverines' second inning. Niagara leading 6-2. This is Polson's first at-bat of the ballgame. Bednarski, the freshman right-hander, throws a first pitch curveball in there for a called strike. Polson hitting .311 on the season. No home runs. 7 men batted home. A swing and another liner into center. This is an easier play for Blanks. He has to dive again, though, and makes the grab. Easier. It's all relative. That was still a difficult play. He dove toward home plate, and they're 2 away. So here is Plakas. Jake Plakas, the freshman, hitting .273. He has had just 22 at-bats this year. Tommy Bednarski delivers a fastball that catches the outside corner at 89 miles an hour, strike one.
And really, you couldn't ask for a better situation if you're Bednarski right now to have a 4-run lead in the second, and you're getting Utah Valley to swing early in the count to keep your pitch count down.
The one-strike offering taken upstairs for ball one, 1-1. Yeah, the Wolverines being aggressive. Utah Valley scored 2 in the last of the first inning to make it 4-2, but then Niagara came back with 2 of their own in the top of the second. The pitch misses down and away, a fastball from Bednarski. It's 2-1 to Plakas. Trevor Howell in the top of the order on deck. Base is empty, 2 outs. The freshman winds and fires. Fastball just missed off the inside. And it's 3-1. No sunshine this evening, an overcast, cool night, but it is not a bitter cold like we've seen early in this season. The 3-1 pitch, fastball is poured in there on the inner half. It's 3-2.
And I'd heard that it was going to get cold again this upcoming weekend for UC Irvine, but the weather forecast is actually looking pretty nice this weekend for the Anteaters in town.
Should be a good series. 3-2 pitch is grounded to third. Gabriel backhands it, throws to first, and the inning is over. Utah Valley goes down quietly. No hits, no runs, nobody left. On to the third inning. It's Niagara 6, Utah Valley 2.
To national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
You ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
6-2, Niagara leading. It'll be Gabriel, Giordano, and Marquesa. 4, 5, and 6 for the Purple Eagles. On the mound, the left-hander Pettit in his second inning of relief, and it is my pleasure to give you, for the play-by-play, Ryan Pickens.
Thank you, Jordan. The first pitch from Logan Pettit is outside for ball 1 ball and no strikes, as the third baseman Michael Gabriel will stand in. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to Trevor Howell back in the first, but that plated a run for Niagara. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball again stays high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes here on the cleanup man for Niagara. Pettit in his first year here with the Wolverines spent part of his summer. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed, and it's now 2-1, the count here on Gabriel. Pettit, the 5'11 freshman from Boise, Idaho, and Centennial High School, spent part of his summer pitching in the West Coast League, a summer collegiate league. That one's going to be sent foul back to the screen, evens the count up at 2-2, and pitched in the state of Oregon for the Corvallis Knights. They're in the West Coast League, about 45 minutes up the road from where I'm from, down in Eugene. The Knights play at Oregon State University. That one's sent foul. They're at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, and we'll do the 2-2 pitch again coming here to Gabriel.
Did you grow up like many Duck fans loathing the Beavers down at Oregon State?
Well, here was the thing, because for the longest time, the 2-2 pitch on its way, and Gabriel pulls it foul. I'm actually pretty excited for March 27th because the University of Oregon makes a trip here to Orem. In fact, it's always been my bucket list that UVU would go to Eugene. That hasn't happened quite yet, and the 2-2 pitch on its way, a breaking ball. Gabriel lines that one to left. It's going to one-hop Plakas, who will cut it off on the warning track. It will be a long base hit there for Gabriel, and Niagara has their 8th base hit of the night, and the Purple Eagles are swinging the bat here, still with nobody out. It will bring up the shortstop, Max Giordano, the shortstop, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. To answer your question, though, Jordan, Oregon didn't have baseball until 2008, 2009 when I was a junior or senior in high school, so I grew up a big Oregon fan. The pitch low for ball 1-0. However, Oregon State baseball was the thing in that part of the year. The Beavers were on their back-to-back national championships and their runs to Omaha with some of those great teams put together by Pat Casey. The 1-0 pitch and misses low for ball 2 balls and no strikes. And so it wasn't quite as big of a deal baseball-wise at the University of Oregon until George Horton, the coach at Cal State Fullerton, left the Titans to come be the coach at the University of Oregon. And then, boy, it was a very fun and exciting thing. They have a brand new stadium. It's in the 2-0 pitch, misses low for a ball 3, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. It's in walking distance from where my parents live, or where my mom lives, and so it's really close by. But the first Oregon baseball game I'm going to see, Jordan, I'm hoping it's going to be that March 27th. The 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1. You can't see this at home, but the look on Jordan's face is like just pure shock.
Well, you really sidestepped my question. Were you a big Oregon basketball and football fan growing up, or not?
Oh,
not really.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, the 3-1 pitch fouled away. I mean, being so close and being right there. I was a Beaver fan for a few years in elementary school when we got ice cream every time they won. Then that quickly went away.
That's a heck of a deal.
It was definitely fun, and fun to kind of see both teams kind of had their successes throughout the time. A 3-2 pitch on its way, and Giordano grounds this one to short. Howell up with it. His only play will be first as the runner was taking off, and there's one away here in the third.
Man, it's like interviewing a senator. You're really diplomatic about this. It's a simple question, right? There is a right-hander getting loose for Utah Valley in the bullpen. That is Spencer Triplett.
I might not have caught your full question. I might have gotten all excited about Oregon baseball coming here in a couple of weeks. Here's Josh Marquesa, 1-for-1 tonight with a home run back in the first, a 2-run shot to right. And Pettit ready to go from the stretch, and the first pitch, a curveball in the outside corner, no balls and a strike on Marquesa. So we'll stand in here, lefty versus lefty matchup. Ready to go here from the stretch. The left-hander, Pettit, takes a long look at second, checks again, comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Marquesa kind of checks his swing, but he did not go, and it will even the count up at 1-1. Who did you support growing up, Jordan? I don't know if we've talked about that. Because you were in Nevada for a little while and then came here to Utah.
Yeah, I grew up a Wolfpack fan, University of Nevada, Reno. And a Cal Bears fan.
The 1-1 pitch misses outside for a ball, and it's 2-1 the count here on Marquesa.
And I also, when I moved here, I rooted for BYU. Never went to a baseball game, but went to plenty of football and basketball games.
Pettit ready to go here with the 2-1 pitch on its way to Marquesa, who again gets a good swing on it, hit it deep. I don't know if it's out or not, and it is. It's a home run. Marquesa goes deep for the second time in 3 innings, and it's a commanding 8-2 lead for Niagara. His second 2-run shot of the evening.
That was an absolute shot. And Marquesa hollering as he rounds the bases. That one flew over where the 388 marker would be. My goodness.
8 runs on 9 hits for Niagara, and that will bring up the catcher, Matt Zaremba, who will step in. Infield back for the Wolverines with 1 out. Pettit kicks and comes home. And that one's going to be hit hard to left field. That will fall in front of Plakis. And Zaremba has hit number 10 of the night for Niagara. And the Purple Eagles are hitting the baseball. 8 of the 9 hitters now for Niagara have base hits in the ballgame. The only player so far is Benny Serrano. And Eric Madsen's going to come out. We'll have a pitching change here in Orem. The night for Logan Pettit comes to an end. Niagara with 2 on the board here in the third and a runner on here on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
Say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU, inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garf Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garf Volkswagen.
We hear you.
The new pitcher for Utah Valley is Spencer Triplett. This is his 5th appearance of the season. He's thrown 4 2/3 innings, has a 7.71 earned run average, walked 4, struck out 1. Opponents are hitting .318 off the right-hander.
So Joey Battaglia stands in, and the first pitch on its way is swung on and hit well, but he pulled it foul as I think Triplett hung a fastball. And that one was hit very well, but like I said, just pulled well foul. If you're unfamiliar with UCCU ballpark, there's most times of the year, when it starts to get warmer, there's a couple of ponds. They're empty right now over the winter months. And we've had a couple balls that have gone into those ponds. The 0-1 pitch evens up at 1-1, or at least balls we think. We've never really gotten it on record, but there's been a couple that have been hit out there.
Yeah, the pond's located well beyond the left field wall outside of the ballpark on campus, and that ball has certainly reached it.
The 1-1 pitch in there for a called strike, and it's 1-2 here on Battaglia. Joey Battaglia standing in at second base has had a nice defensive ball game. Made a nice play charging on one earlier, and a good throw to first. But here he's down in the count, 1-2 strikes against Spencer Triplett. Triplett from the stretch, ready to come home. Slow breaking ball, froze Battaglia, strike 3. And Spencer Triplett gets the second out of the third inning, his first strikeout.
Don't forget, fans, to stick around after the ball game. We'll award our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com.
Darian Blanks, the center fielder, stands in. Blanks 1 for 1, a single, and came around to score on a balk. And the first pitch, a slow curveball in there for a called strike. That came in on the radar gun at 72 miles an hour. So definitely a change from what a lot of these Niagara hitters have been used to seeing so far here to this point of the ball game. The 0-1 pitch on its way home, another slow curveball. This one misses, however, for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Darian Blanks. Dawson Bailey in the top of the lineup, awaiting here for Niagara. Bailey's hit already twice today. He's 2 for 2. The 1-1 pitch, and that one blocked by Sims as he kind of had to backhand that one to keep it from going to the backstop. And it's 2-1 here on Blanks. And that's the tough part, because you get Darian Blanks with good speed, and then you go back to the top of the lineup with a guy like a Dawson Bailey, and it can quickly just kind of not play station to station, but a ball in the gap becomes deadly. The 2-1 pitch pulled foul over towards the UVU dugout, and it's 2-2 here on Darian Blanks.
Yeah, it was Blanks last inning who reached on a single, and then on a base hit off the bat of Bailey, he almost passed the runner who was ahead of him, Battaglia at the time, and actually he got Battaglia into a rundown and really gave the Wolverines an out on the base paths. He was so anxious to get home.
Runner takes off. Blanks pulls this one foul, however, and we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Blanks.
Blanks has some serious speed.
Niagara tonight wearing gray pants with kind of black and purple, silver numbers. Utah Valley in the home white uniforms tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes, triplet ready to go, comes home, breaking ball, Blanks pops this one sky high up behind the plate. Sims off with the mask as he tries to find it, and he'll run it down right up against the screen, and the inning is over. But Niagara gets 2 more. We head to the bottom of the third. It's Niagara 8, Utah Valley 2. This is Utah Valley University Baseball on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests,
From award-winning business
and STEM to performing arts programs, there's a place for you. A place for you.
a place for you at UVU,
A place to engage, to rise,
to succeed.
to become.
Bottom of the third inning here from the UCCU ballpark in Orem, Utah. An 8-2 lead here for Niagara. And Utah Valley will send up Trevor Howell, Michael Beltran, and Paul Estrada 1, 2, and 3 against the right-hander Tommy Benarski here as he will get ready to head back to the mound. We want to welcome those watching us on the, I believe it's on the KSL TV app and on YouTube at youtube.com with GoUVU. And then Facebook with Utah Valley Wolverines.
We are ubiquitous, Ryan.
So here is Trevor Howell ready to go to stand in, the third baseman. That is Gabriel going to come in and play on the grass, and the first pitch misses low, ball 1 to Trevor Howell.
Well, Ryan, the Wolverines trailing 8-2, so some good news for Utah Valley fans if you haven't heard.
The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. It's been a really good week athletic-wise for Utah Valley. Some cool awards coming out this week.
Some awards and some really big-time accomplishments.
The 1-1 pitch, and Howell grounds this one right to second base. Up with it is Battaglia. His throw over to first in time. There's one away.
Demetrius Romero won the Big 12 championship in wrestling for the Wolverines. Utah Valley as a whole sending 6 qualifiers to nationals. That's a school record. They sent 5 last season.
Which would be good. I think Demetrius Romero winning the 165-pound weight class, if I remember correctly. Wrestling, they do the weight classes to kind of, I guess, make sure you have some kind of good competition. As Michael Beltran stands in. Beltran singled and came around to score a run back in the first and takes a first pitch fastball away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. It's one thing I haven't done here at UVU is gone to a wrestling meet.
You need to do that because they have a really
have you?
fantastic,
sure. Okay,
fantastic
sure.
program.
The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike evens the count up at 1-1. I just thought, maybe you're well versed in athletics.
I don't know a lot about wrestling, but I know enough to know the Wolverines.
The 1-1
doing
pitch,
pretty well.
Low in there for a ball, and it's 2-1 here on Beltran. Utah Valley, of course, doesn't compete in wrestling in the WAC. They compete in the Big 12 conference. So one of those things for the Wolverines, an opportunity. Not a ton of wrestling programs here in the area, so they have to look towards other conferences. Beltran stands in here with 2 balls and 1 strike. The count here. Ready to go, the right-hander. Bednarski comes home, the 2-1 pitch. Beltran fouls this one back, and we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A pitcher's duel last night, really until the 8th inning, when Utah Valley found a way to really open the ball game up. It was the Wolverines scoring 7 runs in the 8th to find a way to get it going last night. The 2-2 pitch. There's a curveball that misses low and outside ball 3, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Michael Beltran. You'd like to see if Utah Valley, the nice thing is with being only in the 3rd inning, the Wolverines can put up some zeros defensively. They can maybe chip their way back into this one. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one misses low, and Beltran draws a 3-2 walk here and is aboard just with 1 out in the 3rd.
Well, that's a huge walk for Beltran, not just because you're trailing by 6 runs, but Bednarski had retired the last 6 Wolverines he'd faced, so this puts him back in the stretch, breaks up that rhythm a bit as Estrada comes to the plate.
Third baseman Paul Estrada 0 for 1, flew out to center field back in his only plate appearance, comes in hitting .226 for the Wolverines. Estrada sees the first pitch, a fastball, and misses low and away for ball 1. 1-0 on Paul Estrada, the senior from Long Beach, California. Has for the most part started a majority of his time here at Utah Valley. We've seen him a couple times play different positions. He's played some shortstop and some third base. DH'd a little bit as well. The 1-0 pitch on its way. That one misses for a ball, and it's 2-0 on Paul Estrada. Majority of the last couple of years, however, we've seen Paul Estrada man the hot corner for the Wolverines. And now we're going to have a visit out to the mound here for Niagara. That, I believe, is going to be their first conference on the mound here. No action in the Purple Eagles bullpen, but I would imagine that we may see Niagara's head coach, Rob McCoy, have a little bit more of a quicker hook tonight, simply because of the importance for Niagara finding a way to go in and getting a win tonight. And that might be one of their assistant coaches out there. He kind of looks like Rob McCoy, though. They don't have jersey numbers on. Coach is wearing sweatshirts and things like that, I think, just to kind of, well, stay warm here in Orem, Utah. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Paul Estrada at the plate, and Michael Beltran will be the runner over at 3rd. The Purple Eagles last year going 24-27, getting the 6th most wins in program history. They throw over, and diving back safely over to first is Beltran. Ready to go here. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Bednarski on the mound coming home. That one blocked in the dirt for ball 3, and it's quickly 3 balls and no strikes. We mentioned it early on that potentially we might see Utah Valley maybe be a little more patient tonight and see if they could force Bednarski into some free passes, or maybe leaving some pitches in favorable spots for the Wolverine hitters to hit. And so far here in the 3rd inning, Bednarski having a hard time with the command. The 3-0 pitch, this one's over for a called strike, and the count goes full, 3 balls and a strike here on Paul Estrada. Drew Sims on deck for the Wolverines. Double play depth up the middle. The first baseman, Battaglia, holding on the runner. A 3-1 pitch, and Estrada fouls this one away to the backstop, and we'll do it again. We'll do it here with a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Lights beginning to come on here at the UCCU ballpark. Ready to go from the stretch. Bednarski ready to come home. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung out and missed. Strike 3. Bednarski gets his first strikeout of the ball game. And there's 2 away here in the 3rd inning, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Drew Sims. Sims had an RBI base hit back in his first plate appearance for the Wolverines, as he's moved into that cleanup role for the Wolverines this year. Really made some good positive adjustments, playing some summer ball out in California. Stands in here with an open stance. The first pitch, a slow breaking ball, gets in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1 on Drew Sims. Bednarski not taking a lot of time in between pitches. Pretty much gets the ball, and he's ready to go again. Another slow curveball, 74 miles an hour, and this one gets over for a strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes here on Drew Sims. Michael Beltran running over at first base, being held on by Battaglia. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Sims, and he grounds this one right up the middle. Joey Battaglia fields it and will touch second base, and the inning is over. We've reached 3 complete here from Orem. It's Niagara 8, Utah Valley 2. It's Utah Valley University Baseball on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network.
You only need to answer one question. Will you accept the challenge to become? No matter where you are in life, no matter your interests. From innovative exercise science, outdoor recreation to STEM programs, there's a place for you at Utah Valley University. A place to engage, to rise, to succeed, to become.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face.
You don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Top of the 4th inning here in Orem, Utah. Right now, Niagara has come out swinging the bats tonight. They lead 8-2 over Utah Valley, as it will be the top of the lineup coming up here for Niagara. Bailey, Serrano, and Battaglia here due up against Spencer Triplett, who will begin his next inning of work. Triplett came in to get the final 2 outs of the last inning. Triplett, a junior from Providence, Utah, up in the Logan area, went to Mountain Crest High School, played college baseball at originally at South Mountain Community College down, I believe, in Arizona. So here's a 2-for-2 Dawson Bailey, a single and a double and 2 runs scored here in the first pitch, ready to come home from Triplett. He kicks and delivers this one. That one's bounced over deep in the hole. It's short. Trevor Howell up with it. A long throw, and he's going to get Bailey by about half a step, and there's one away to start the 4th inning. Not an easy play there for Trevor Howell. However, a fairly routine bouncer. He did a nice job, and with 1 out, here's Benny Serrano. Serrano 1 for 2. A pop out to, he is 0 for 1 officially. He's a sacrifice fly. Back in the 2nd inning, that brought home a run for Niagara. Triplett comes home. First pitch, swings, lines this one to center. Beltran coming on, slides, and we'll see here. It looks like he made the catch, and he did, and there's 2 away. Looking to see the umpire make the call, and a nice play in center field by Michael Beltran, and there's 2 away. That's a tough play to make because you're coming in on the ball that's just kind of spinning and fading away from you. And just made a nice diving attempt. Here's the first baseman, Peter Battaglia. Ready to go. The first pitch on its way inside and tight, and it's going to hit the elbow of Battaglia, and he's going to go down to first base with the hit by pitch. So a 2-out base runner for Niagara, and the third baseman, Michael Gabriel, will come to the plate. Gabriel grounded to short and singled back in the 3rd. Came around to score a run. He scored on the 2nd home run from Josh Marquesa. Triplett ready to go from the stretch and delivers this one home. Fastball misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes here on Marquesa. Not on Marquesa, on Gabriel. Peter Battaglia running over at first base, being held on by Cade Polson. Gabriel smokes one to third, but diving was Paul Estrada, who comes up with the diving catch. And the fourth inning comes to an end. So Utah Valley does it defensively and does not allow Niagara to score. We'll see what the Bats can do in the bottom of the inning at Utah Valley Baseball here on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network.
Utah has embodied the spirit of industry. From the first transcontinental railroad to the first department store, we've led the way. As part of the Murdoch Auto Team, we're proud to carry on this tradition. That's because when we say you are the heart of our business, it's more than just a slogan. It's our commitment to the values we all hold dear with no regrets. You've got to come see why you truly are the heart of our business. Murdoch Hyundai of Linden, part of the Murdoch Auto Team. Click MurdochHyundaiLinden.com.
I decided to go to college to further my education and define my purpose in the world and be a part of something much bigger than myself.
I wanted to set up the best possible future for myself, both academically and athletically. I try to learn from everyone, whether that be professors, my teammates, or other student athletes.
I try to see everyone as an opportunity to learn. Everyone has a story to tell, and I think there's a moral and something you can learn from it.
Alexander Marco stands in to lead it off for the Wolverines in the bottom of the fourth inning. Utah Valley with some work to do with Marco, Hall, and Vargas. 5, 6, and 7 coming up here against Tommy Bedarski, who comes in. First pitch, fastball stays high. And it's 1 ball and no strikes here on Alexander Marco. Infield back for Niagara. Here to start the bottom of the fourth inning, the 1-0 pitch. Marco takes a changeup over for a called strike and evens the count up at 1-1. Bedarski ready to go here. And the pitch, Marco swings through that one and misses, and it's 1-2 here on Alexander Marco. Marco had an RBI back in the first inning, but grounded out to second. Of the result of that, that brought home the second run for the Wolverines back in the first. Here's the 1-2 pitch on its way home. Marco sends this one foul up over the top of us here. Back towards the parking lot that sits behind the home plate grandstand. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count on Alexander Marco. The 1-2 pitch about to come home. And a slow breaking ball that misses off the plate for a ball and evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zaremba there trying to frame that pitch by pulling the glove back over the outside corner of the plate. There just couldn't quite do it. And it's two balls and 2 strikes the count. This one low ball 3. And the count goes full 3 balls and 2 strikes on Alexander Marco. Marco, a junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. A junior college transfer here for the Wolverines. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and Marco rolls this one foul over to Cody Hall on the on-deck circle. And we'll do it again, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Alexander Marco. The homestand for the Wolverines continuing this weekend with UC Irvine. And the next Tuesday night, BYU makes the trip from Provo. Here's the 3-2 pitch on its way home, and that one rolled foul again by Marco. We'll do it again right here. Then for the Wolverines, it's off to Seattle to start Western Athletic Conference play with the Red Hawks. An opportunity here if you're Utah Valley to try to continue to improve. The 3-2 pitch. Marco lines this one right to the shortstop, Giordano, who makes the play, and there's one away. And that one was hit hard. One of the harder hit balls we've seen tonight hit by the Wolverines, but right there was Max Giordano just to reach up and just make the play. And with one out, it will bring up Cody Hall. Hall grounded to short in his only plate appearance back in that end of the first inning for the Wolverines. Wide and delivers a first pitch curveball. Misses for ball one. It's 1 ball and no strikes the count here on Cody Hall. Tommy Bednarski been pitching well so far tonight. The 1-0 pitch in there on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Hall ready to go, stands in the box. And the 1-1 pitch, that one inside and tight. Cody Hall twisting out of the way, but it stays inside for a ball. That's 2-1 on Cody Hall. Ty Vargas on deck for the Wolverines. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bednarski kicks and delivers this one, and that one's in there with changeup at the knees for a called strike. I'm sorry, I'm going to correct that. That's the fastball. Hall last night, an RBI double in the 8th, had a single back in the 2nd. A 2-hit ball game for Cody Hall. And the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, misses low and outside, ball 3, and the count goes full 3-2 to Cody Hall. Bednarski at about 58 pitches so far. This will be pitch number 59 on the evening. Just kind of what Niagara ordered, to have their starter go deep into the ballgame. The 3-2 pitch. Hall rolls this one to short. Giordano up with it. His throw across the diamond is in time, and there's 2 gone here in the 4th. Just a slow roller hit to short, and another nice play there by Max Giordano to come up with it, make a good throw. And with 2 outs, here's Ty Vargas. Vargas put a charge into one back in the 2nd, but it ended up being a long fly ball, as he'll stand in. Vargas, 4 hits in his first 13 at-bats. Ready to go with 2 down to the pitch. On its way, a breaking ball that misses low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes here on Ty Vargas. Ready to go, the right-hander. Winds and delivers. Fastball, that one didn't get all the way home. Bounces past Zaremba. And it's 2 balls and no strikes here on Ty Vargas. Two balls and no strikes. Vargas stands back in the box, ready to go. The pitch. Fastball stays high, ball 3. And it's 3 balls and no strikes now on Vargas. Vargas started 2 at-bats last night with strikeouts, but then reached on an error later on in the ball game, but then had a nice hard hit ball in the 8th. That one misses low for ball 4, and Vargas draws a 2-out walk. And that was the at-bat that Vargas had in the 8th inning. Brought home 2 runs, went to one of the deeper parts of the park. And with 2 outs, we'll bring up Cade Polson now, who's 0 for 1. Polson hit a ball hard to center field, but Darian Blanks was able to get there and just kind of made this kind of diving, sliding catch in center field. Polson ready to go. First pitch on its way, and Polson will take a fastball there, 85 miles an hour, no balls and a strike. The fastball's got a little bit of some sink to it that we've seen here a couple of times tonight from the right-hander Bednarski. Ready to go, the 0-1 on its way, and Polson rolls this one to third. And not making the play is Gabriel. There's going to be no play as the ball goes to Giordano. Gabriel came over and kind of had to try to backhand scoop it at the last second and just misplayed it. It went right off his glove, and so Polson able to reach on what's going to be ruled an E5. And the Wolverines now with runners on at first and second for left fielder Jake Plakis. Plakis 0 for 1, grounded out to Michael Gabriel at third base in his first plate appearance. This is when Utah Valley really would like a ball in the gap or just a base hit to try to keep this going. The first pitch to Plakis in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. When you're trailing by 6 and you need to get some runs back, these are the kind of situations you need to take advantage of.
And Plakis, we've seen, has a little power, but the outfield really playing him shallow. If he could hit one into the alleyway, as you mentioned, Ryan, he could run for a really long time.
The 0-1 pitch about ready to come home to Jake Plakis. And he checks his swing, holds up, and that one missed high for a ball. And evens the count up at 1-1 on Plakis.
Big alleyways here at UCCU Ballpark. 427 feet to left center field, 388 feet to right center.
And a big gap sitting out there in right center field. Darian Blanks, the center fielder, playing more towards left center. The 1-1 pitch, and that one low and outside for a ball. And it's 2 balls and a strike here on Jake Plakis. Tommy Bednarski has pitched well for the most part. At times has escaped a couple of jams, really, but has gotten the Utah Valley hitters to swing early in counts. But when Utah Valley has made them work and go deeper into counts, that's when they've been more likely to draw some good pitches to hit and some base on balls as the slow curveball gets in there for a called strike, and it evens the count up at 2-2 on Plakis. Cade Polson running over at first base for Utah Valley. Ty Vargas, the runner, out at second base. Joey Battaglia, the second baseman, playing more up towards the bag. Well, now he's going to take a few steps, as I say that, back to his kind of normal position. He's still playing close to the bag. The pitch, the 2-2 fastball misses high, ball 3, and the count goes full. And now this is where you have to keep an eye on the runners. Because of that, with that 3-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning, the runners can take off. Niagara leading 8-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Plakis ready to go. Here's the 3-2 pitch. On its way home. That one swung on and lifted high into center field. Darian Blanks coming in from center field, and it's going to be held on. Joey Battaglia, the second baseman, able to come away with that one there. I was wondering if there would be some miscommunication, but that ends the 4th inning with the lead for Niagara. The Purple Eagles up on the Wolverines 8-2 here on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network. CCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah, as Max Giordano, the shortstop, will get ready to lead it off for Niagara. The Purple Eagles up 8-2 on Utah Valley as Spencer Triplett heads back onto the mound looking to try to see if he can put up another 0 here in the 5th inning. And with the play-by-play here for the next couple of innings, my partner in the booth, Jordan Bianucci. Jordan?
Thanks very much, Ryan. Spencer Triplett working from the stretch with the bases empty. A curveball comes up high over the head of Giordano, who singled in a run back in the 1st. He grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd. He is 1 for 2. The Wolverines just trying to keep this a ball game. They trail by 6 runs. The 1-0 fastball in there on the inside corner, taken for strike 1. It's 1-1. Well, the Wolverines certainly still have a shot in this one. Part of that reason is Niagara has been susceptible to the big inning lately. The 1-1 pitch, fastball misses up high. It's 2-1. Today at BYU, Niagara played the Cougars earlier in the day over at Miller Park and made the drive over here. Niagara was up 2-0 in that ball game, but then they gave up 1 in the 3rd and 6 runs in the 4th inning. There's a strike at the knees, a fastball, and it's 2-2. Last night, of course, it was a 1-1 game in the last of the 8th inning, and the Wolverines scored 7. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Howell to his right, scoops it, throws to first. They get Giordano by a step. One down in the fifth. On the out-of-town scoreboard, a few ball games in the WAC tonight. Air Force already today beat Northern Colorado 9-6. Illinois Chicago beat Chicago State 7-1. Sacramento State and UC Davis still, that game should get underway in about a half hour. UT Rio Grande Valley and Texas A&M Corpus Christi tied at 3. Well, Brandon Vandermeed, the home plate umpire, just walked out and said something to Spencer Triplett, and then looked like he was saying something to Drew Sims behind the plate. I don't know what he would be saying, and a breaking ball misses just a bit outside. Slipped out of the hand of Triplett, and that one landed somewhere near the on-deck circle on the third base side. Up there swinging, Marquesa swings and misses. It's 1-1. Marquesa, he's had a pretty good night. Two-run home runs. The last one, he pulled over the right center field wall. It was a line drive. The ball was hit so hard. Flew over where the 388 marker would be and off the hitter's background. It was a shot, the 1-1. Fastball misses down and away. That home run came off Logan Pettit. This is the first time. Oh, I take that back. I believe. No, it did. It came off Logan Pettit. This is the first time tonight that he has faced Triplett. A left-handed hitter, the 2-1 pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. It's 2-2. Those are the first 2 homers of the season for Marquesa. 6-1 out of Burn Bay, British Columbia, a freshman. The 2-2. Fastball misses up high and away, full count. He's a big guy, weighs 230 pounds. Looks bigger. Straight up stance, slightly open stance, bent at the knees. Waving that bat behind his left ear, the 3-2 pitch. He swings and spoils a fastball that was right there on the outside corner. A good pitch, a nice job by Marquesa to get the bat on it. Bases empty, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th inning. 8-2 Niagara. The Wolverines trying to win 2 in a row for the first time since last March. The 3-2, a swing and a line drive, base hit into left center field. Beltran will cut it off, and Marquesa is having a terrific night at the plate. His 3rd hit. And I wonder, the only thing I can possibly think of that Brandon Vandermeed may have been saying to Triplett before that at bat, maybe warning him, saying no funny business, meaning do not think about brushing this guy back. He's hit 2 home runs, but that's very strange. I can't imagine that the right-hander on the mound would throw intentionally at Marquesa. It is an 8-2 game, but I don't think Eric Mattson would be all that happy putting another base runner on. As another left-handed hitter, Zaremba takes a strike. Anyway, no such event. A swing and a foul back and out of play, and it's 0-2. Zaremba tonight is 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd inning, flied out back in the 1st. Nothing in 2. No batting gloves for Zaremba. The junior fouls this one. Another fastball. He was 1 for 1 on the season. He got his first at bat last night when he came in as a defensive replacement for the injured Tevlin. So now on the year, he is 2 for 3. Ball misses down and away, and it's 1-2. He is from Galena, Ohio. The 1-2 pitch from Triplett. A swing and a ground ball foul on the first base side. And we'll do it again. Marquesa at first base. 1 man on, 1 man out. Top of the order coming up for the Wolverines in the bottom half of this inning. Joey Battaglia is on deck. The 1-2 offering is down low, smothered by Sims. And it's 2-2. A fastball from Triplett. You don't see that a whole lot. That possibly could be a slider, but a fastball with some cut on it. Everybody straight away defensively for Utah Valley. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count is full. Zaremba at the plate, the 3-2 pitch to him. Strike 3 called, a breaking ball right there on the inside corner, and now Marquesa is caught off first base. They throw to Polson. I say they. Triplett throws to Polson, and the inning is over. So a botched stolen base, a reckless secondary lead, something with Marquesa. I'm not sure what he was doing that far off the bag. The Wolverines get out of it. On to the last of the 5th. A hit, nobody left, no runs. 8-2 Niagara leading Utah Valley. It's Wolverine Baseball on GoUVU.com.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become? It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you. Place for you at UVU. Place to engage, to rise, to succeed.
To become.
Eight to 2, Utah Valley trailing as we head to the last of the 5th inning. So an odd way to end the top of the 5th. Zaremba struck out looking, and it looked to me like a pretty good pitch right there on the corner, but he thought it was ball 4. He was headed to first base, and for what it's worth, Brandon Vandermeed, the home plate umpire's call, was a little delayed, and so the runner at first base, Marquesa, I think he also thought it was ball 4 and was caught in between first and second, so he made an assumption and he was wrong, and they paid for it. There's a strike to Trevor Howell, 0-1 to him.
And the tough part of that situation is the base runners. If you just stand there until you wait for the call, there's no penalty there really. Until you know for sure it's strike 3. That's kind of the tough part there as a base runner. I'm sure that's something that Niagara will talk about and go over with Marquesa. Although I don't know how many times in a season that situation is going to happen. We're going to get cut off the base in that kind of a position.
Howell fouls one off. It's 0-2. Now he takes a ball up high. It's 1-2. Tommy Bednarski has pitched very well, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits, but His offense has given him a 6-run cushion. The pitch, curveball, misses outside. It's 2-2. And he's actually commanded the breaking stuff pretty well tonight. And I think that's been a large factor in his success. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off and to the right. We saw him get up around 90, 91 in the early innings with the fastball. But not much since, and he's worked well, I should say, with location. Howell on the night is 1 for 2. He bunted for a single to begin the ball game back in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a pop-up. Third base side in foul territory. Gabriel over. He will make the grab where the grass meets the dirt, the warning track that is around the entire ballpark, and there's one away. Bring up Michael Beltran. Beltran singled and scored a run in the first inning, walked in the third. Utah Valley scored 2 in the first, but the offense has been quiet since. In fact, since that first inning, the Wolverines have not had a hit. The pitch, Beltran takes a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. And that's a fastball that Bednarski took something off of it, 86 miles an hour. The 0-1 coming. A swing and a foul back to the screen. And that idea of pacing yourself if you're a starting pitcher, that's kind of going out of vogue a little bit in the big leagues, especially in the big leagues, as bullpens become more and more important and used more and more. Guys are really coming out with their best stuff in the early innings. It's becoming, I don't know if you'd say it's a lost art as the ball misses down low 1-2 to Beltran, but you don't see it quite as much like Tommy Bednarski is tonight, really pacing himself, taking stuff off the fastball, working the corners. The 1-2. Strike 3 called, a fastball on the outside corner. Beltran thought it was low, and there are 2 away. That is just the second strikeout for Bednarski. It's another thing pitchers don't do quite as much anymore is pitch to contact.
Yeah, you're kind of, that power pitcher is kind of becoming the popular thing nowadays. And right there, you talk about that outside corner, which we kind of knew Brandon Vandermeet has kind of given that outside corner the last couple times we've seen him. So not a huge surprise there.
Here's Paul Estrada swinging at the first pitch, and he lines one into right center field, giving chases. Blanks, he dives. He can't get this one. Estrada headed for second. Blanks up with it. A bad throw into the infield, and Estrada easily takes 2. And then is that a dice move out there? He looks to the dugout, shakes the right hand low, waist high, and then throws it up in the air. I don't know. What is that? It was cool. I don't know what it was. So 2 outs, a double for Estrada. Blanks with a valiant effort in center field. He's made 2 spectacular diving catches already tonight. Beltran with his second hit, though. A man at second with 2 gone. Here is Sims. Sims, a right-handed hitter. He singled in a run back in the first inning. 1 for 2 tonight. The pitch down in the dirt, and it's 1-0. The lights beginning to take full effect here in Orem on a crisp but comfortable March evening. It's been overcast. You can still make out the Wasatch Mountains beyond left field. The 1-0. Bednarski checks the runner. Now he comes home. A swing and a line drive. Foul down the left field line. A foot to the right, and Estrada would have scored easily. But just a foul ball. Not hit terribly hard, kind of a looping liner. Sims had the big 2 RBI hit in the 8th inning last night that tied the game and put the Wolverines ahead. That ball was also not hit hard. That was just a slow roller that found the outfield grass through the right side. The 1-1 coming to Sims. Here it is. Curveball misses down and away. A nice job by Sims to lay off that pitch.
Jacob Bruning, number 14, starting to throw down in the Niagara bullpen. So Not sure how much longer we're going to see Tommy Bednarski tonight.
Well, he is up around 86 pitches. Up around, somewhere around there. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Sims chased that curveball on the outside. A good one from Tommy Bednarski. And the count's 2-2. Our pitch count is updated after each at bat. So taking into account foul balls during the Sims at bat, I'm not sure how many pitches he's thrown. In the upper 80s. Curveball. Oh! The catcher, Zaremba, thought it was strike 3. I don't know if I've seen that before. Zaremba started sprinting to the dugout, and I can't blame him. It was a pretty good-looking breaking ball right on the outside corner. And Brandon Vandermeet, I beg your pardon, didn't make a call. It was a ball. Zaremba came back and apologized to Vandermeet. 3-2 to Sims. The pitch. Curveball swung on, hit up the middle very slowly. Charging is Giordano. He tries to barehand it. He can't come up with it. Now the throw to first late gets away from Battaglia, and coming in to score is Estrada. So Battaglia did the best Giordano, I beg your pardon, did the best he could, charging that slowly hit ground ball up the middle. But once he couldn't barehand it, there was no reason to throw to first base. Sims was safe. Instead, the errant throw by Joey Battaglia, the second baseman, will go down as an error, and it costs Niagara a run. It's 8-3. That should be a base hit and an error. Here is Marco. He takes a fastball up high for ball 1. A nice job by Estrada, staying alert, and he's a fast runner. And he took home plate as soon as he saw that ball get away from Battaglia at first. A throw over to first. Sims back and diving. So nice job by Drew Sims just to put the ball in play. Good things happen. He does not pick up an RBI. 1 man on, 2 men out in the Wolverine 5th inning. A swing and a ground ball through the left side, base hit. Marco rounds first, and there are runners on first and second. Cody Hall will hit, and the Wolverines looking to take advantage of that 2-out error.
And this is where I want to see what Utah Valley does at the plate, because this is their 3rd time through the full lineup here. And this is where you have to be very careful as a pitcher. And if you're Tommy Bednarski, because you've had hitters now that have been up there twice, they've seen your breaking pitches, they've seen your fastball, and this is where you have to be careful. Remember, it was late in the ball game last night that Utah Valley really started to figure out the Niagara starter from a night ago.
Time taken as the ball gets away from the Niagara bullpen. Hall tonight 0 for 2. He has bounced out to shortstop twice. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. And we'll see. I've yet to see Rob McCoy make the move to the right-hander in the bullpen. Instead, he brings in the infield. We'll see if he's stalling or if he's going to stick with Tommy Bednarski.
Bruning down there has just started to throw from the mound, so I'd be surprised if they would go to him this early on. But one thing you have to remember, if you're Niagara, or if you're Rob McCoy and you're Niagara, is you were in a pretty good position this time last night, and then all of a sudden Utah Valley took advantage of 1 inning. And so right now Niagara may be a little hesitant to believe that Utah Valley won't put up a crooked number, and they might just be trying to do anything they can to make sure that the Wolverine bats stay cool.
So McCoy sticks with Bednarski, and I think you're right, Ryan. A base hit here would conceivably put the Wolverines back in the ballgame. They trail by 5 runs. 2 men on with 2 men out. By the way, that's the second visit by McCoy, so he just has 1 mound visit left tonight, in which he does not have to make a pitching change. The pitch, a fastball down low, stopped by Zaremba. Nice job. 1-0 to Hall. I mentioned Hall 0 for 2 tonight. He's hitting .294 on the season. 6 RBIs, no homers. Bednarski bearing down. The 1-0 coming. Here it is. Fastball in at the knees. I say a fastball. That may have been the changeup. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Hall is hitting .308 this season with runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 from Bednarski. Fastball. Oh, wow. Fastball catches the outside corner. That one looked to be low, but a called strike, 1-2. There is not much you can do with that pitch. Marco at first, Sims at second. The 1-2 is swung on and grounded to second base. Battaglia up with it, throws to his older brother at first base, and the inning's over. The Wolverines get a couple hits, get 3 of them actually. They strand 2. 1 run comes in though. We head to the 6th inning. Niagara 8, Utah Valley 3.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life.
No matter your interests.
From award-winning music
to acting.
To theater programs.
There's a place for you.
A place for you.
A place for you at UVU. A place to engage.
To rise.
To succeed.
To become.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Spencer Triplett back out on the mound for the Wolverines, beginning his 4th inning of work. Utah Valley trailing Niagara 8-3 as we begin the 6th inning. It will be Joey Battaglia, Darian Blanks, and Dawson Bailey, 8, 9, and 1 for the Purple Eagles. Righty versus righty. Battaglia singled back in the 2nd inning and struck out in the 3rd. He was the first man that Triplett faced. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. Battaglia singled back in the 2nd. A little infield base hit. The 1-0 coming from Triplett, misses inside, 2-0. Then Blanks came up. He got on base. Then Bailey hit a single into right field. On that single, Battaglia held up around second base to make sure that the ball wasn't caught, but Blanks just went with the ball off the bat as fastball misses over the head of Battaglia, 3-0. So Blanks did not check the lead runner, and he almost passed Battaglia, his teammate, rounding 3rd. And so Battaglia had nowhere to go, was caught in a rundown and tagged out. Howell coming in to say something to the right-hander. I have that as 4 mound visits left, Ryan. I don't know if you've kept track of that. I'm not used to keeping track of 2 different types of mound visits. There's a strike in there, 3-1, so whatever Trevor Howell said worked, at least for that pitch. It's a new rule in 2019, 6 mound visits per game. The 3-1 pitch, fastball catches the inside corner, and the count is full to Joey Battaglia.
Which is going to be interesting to see what it's like, when you get to the regional, the super regionals are back in Omaha, because it really is going to make a coach think twice. Is this really worth a visit out to the mound? I don't think we'll see a big change in kind of non-conference in these kind of games, but we will in postseason play.
There's a swing and a high foul down the left field line. Joey Battaglia gave that one a ride, but well foul. Yeah, so far, early on, I think it's been a pretty good rule. The games have been moving along quickly. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded weakly to third. Estrada to his left. He throws across the diamond, and there's one down. Here is Blanks with the bases empty. 8-3, Niagara leading Utah Valley.
Cole Yoakum throwing down in the Wolverine bullpen, the left-hander right now. So might see Yoakum here maybe later on here in the inning, or if not in the 7th for sure. But Spencer Triplett really giving Eric Madsen some good innings with the way having to use 2 pitchers really in the first 3 innings. That was, you really wanted a guy like Triplett to come in and give you some good solid work tonight.
He delivers a first pitch fastball that misses up high to Dawson Blanks. I say Dawson Blanks, I beg your pardon, Darian Blanks. Here's a little squib out in front of home plate. Off the mound to get it is Triplett. He throws to first to get the speedy Blanks. A nice play by Spencer Triplett to go to the bare hand and pluck that ball out of the grass. 2 down. We mentioned on the out-of-town scoreboard some WAC contests tonight. In the bottom of the 4th inning, UT Rio Grande Valley and Texas A&M Corpus Christi, that's a mouthful, they're tied at 3. UC Davis and Sac State just about ready to get underway in about 9 minutes in Sacramento. Stingers up, as they say. A swing and a high fly ball deep to right field. Beltran going back, looking up. It is gone! Off the batter's eye, another shot. This one off the bat of Dawson Bailey, his first homer of the year. It's 9-3 Niagara. Wow. Some opposite field power. And Eric Madsen's going to come out to talk with Triplett. We'll see if he makes the move to the left-hander Yoakum. He has yet to do so.
And one thing you have to remember is you might be thinking, well, this time last night the ball wasn't carrying this well. It was a little warmer tonight. Just walking around the concourse during the game, it's probably, I would say, about 5 degrees warmer, and Eric Madsen will make the call of the bullpen. And that just lets you know here, playing a little bit higher elevation, how much extra warmth that can just help that ball carry. And they're just timing the fastball really well tonight as well. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher. It's 9-3 Niagara on top of UVU.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
No matter where you are in life.
No matter your interests.
From award-winning music
to acting.
To theater programs.
There's a place for you.
A place for you.
A place for you at UVU. A place to engage.
To rise.
To succeed.
To become.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender. Or the color of your skin. Or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
The left-hander on for Utah Valley will be Cole Yoakum. Yoakum on the season, making his 6th appearance. He has no record with a 5.87 ERA. He's gone 7 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 7 runs. Has walked 7 and struck out 2. Opponents are just hitting 143 off the left-hander, and he'll get ready to face another lefty, Benny Serrano, right now.
We saw Yoakum on Sunday against St. Mary's. The lefty throws. Fastball misses down and away, ball 1. He came in, and I believe the first batter he faced, he balked with a runner at third base and allowed him to come in to score. After that, he pitched well. He threw a clean inning. No earned runs, I should say. He did allow one more unearned run. So not exactly clean. I take that back. 2-0 to Serrano, who has an RBI in this game. He hit a sacrifice fly back in the second inning. 1 for 3. The 2-0 pitch. A swing and a ground ball over the head of Yoakum and into center field. A chopper. And another 2-out base hit for Niagara. Oh for 2 he would have been because he hit the sac fly. Here is Peter Battaglia. He doubled and scored a run. He is 1 for 2. He also struck out, was hit by a pitch in the 4th. A right-handed hitter. Yoakum from the stretch. He kicks and comes home. A curveball misses inside for ball 1. Nine to 3 Niagara. Top of the 6th inning. The Purple Eagles trying to snap a 9-game losing streak. Curveball, this one catches the inside corner. It's 1-1 to Battaglia. Peter is at the plate, the older of the 2 brothers in the lineup tonight for Niagara. His brother Joey playing second base. Peter is at first. The 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner, a good-looking pitch from Yoakum, and it's 1-2. That fastball at just 82 miles an hour. Yoakum not a hard thrower. Has the good curveball working the corners. Polson holding on the runner at first base. The 1-2 pitch. A swing and a high drive deep to left field. If it is fair, it is gone. It is foul. That thing almost hit the International Space Station. That was up there. I don't know, honestly, if you're the home plate umpire, Brandon Vandermeet, I don't know how you can tell if that's fair or foul. The foul poles in most college stadiums, in the case here at UCCU Ballpark, here's a foul ground ball on the third base side. They are very short. So any high fly ball like that, it's going to be a tough call to make, whether it's fair or foul.
Well, the other thing that makes it so tough, you pull that one down the line, Jordan, you're looking right up into the lights, basically. And so you're looking at, white on white there, trying to come up with the baseball. And, I mean, that would be tough for any umpire. And there's not like a base umpire like you see in the big leagues running down the line to get a look at it. I mean, it is he's standing at home plate trying to make that call.
Yeah, ball misses up high. It's 2-2. With a man at first, that third base umpire is behind the pitcher's mound on the right side of the infield. The 2-2, runner takes off. Ball misses up high. Sims' throw down to second is not in time. A stolen base for Serrano. His 5th stolen base of the season. He is perfect. 5 for 5 this year. So Niagara not taking their foot off the gas pedal. They're up 6 runs. They want to add on. So a runner in scoring position, full count, to Battaglia. Yoakum, set, checks on the runner. Now he kicks and comes home. Curveball lined over the glove of Estrada. Fair ball down the left field line. Coming in to score is Serrano. Heading into second ahead of the throw is Battaglia. It is 10-3 Niagara. Both of these runs coming with 2 outs in the inning. So here's Gabriel. That is RBI number 2 on the year for Peter Battaglia. Gabriel, he had an RBI in the first inning. He grounded out, a run came in. He has also singled and scored a run and lined out to third. Yoakum checks on the runner. The pitch. A strike called on the inside corner. A slow breaking ball there. Battaglia with a good-sized lead at second. Niagara nursing a 7-run lead. 10 runs on 14 hits. Yoakum comes home. Yes, he does. And a ball. Wow. That one below the knees. That's a low strike call. We've seen that tonight a bit from Brandon Vandermeed. 0-2 to Gabriel. Travis Parker, the hard-throwing righty, getting loose in the UVU pen. Here's a line drive into left center field. That'll split the outfielders. It'll score 1 run into second with the RBI double. Is Gabriel. It's 11-3. Well, now if you're Eric Matson, you got to decide how long you want to leave Yoakum out there. He's come in and given up 3 straight hits, 2 of which have been hit hard. Here is Giordano, another right-handed hitter, facing the left-hander on the mound. The wind beginning to blow out toward left field. Yoakum set. Here it comes. A fastball misses up high, ball 1.
This really, I mean, after finding a way late in the ball game last night to win it, not probably the performance you were looking for tonight. Out of a pitching staff that last night pitched really well.
Pitched very well. Only 2 pitchers had to take the mound for the Wolverines. There's a pickoff move to second. They nearly got Gabriel, but he's back in safely, diving. They used Mason Gray, who pitched very well, and then Jesse Schmidt, who picked up the win. Tonight, the Wolverines are on their 4th pitcher, and we're only in the 6th inning. Dalkey started the ball game, I should say, and he had a rough time. The 1-0 coming. Here it is to Giordano. He swings and shoots one foul down the right field line. It's 1-1. Dalkey, who started the ball game, lasted only an inning and a third, giving up 7 hits and 6 runs. Pettit then threw an inning, gave up 2 runs. Triplett threw an inning, Triplett actually pitched pretty well, threw 3 1/3, but he gave up 1 run. Yoakum has not recorded an out, and he's given up 3 runs. I take that back. 3 hits, 2 runs have been charged to Yoakum. The Wolverines, of course, also, just as Niagara is, worried about having arms this weekend as well. The 1-1 misses down low in the dirt. It's 2-1 to Giordano, who singled in a run back in the first. He is 1 for 3. Of course, that's just an element of these Tuesday night games, especially when it's the second game of a 2-game series.
That's why it would have been really nice if Matt Dalkey could have gone. You know, we were talking before the game, and I said, 5 innings from Dalkey tonight would be good.
2-1 is grounded back to the pitcher. Yoakum plays it off his chest, recovers, throws to first, and the inning is over. But Niagara plates 3 more runs, all coming with 2 outs in the inning. We head to the last of the 6th. It's the Purple Eagles 11, the Wolverines 3.
What is it about the car shopping experience at Murdoch Hyundai that has everyone talking? Maybe it's the safety inspections or the car washes for life. It could be the price match guarantee, or maybe it's just the way you're treated. Come fall in love in Linden, Logan, and Murray at Murdoch Hyundai. Your no regrets dealer.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at the UCCU ballpark in Orem, Utah. Ryan Pickens alongside Jordan Bianucci. We got a new pitcher coming in here for Niagara. It will be number 14, Jacob Bruning. Bruning on the year, making his 5th appearance, no record of 5.06 ERA. He's gone 5 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 1 and 2 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .333 off the left-hander, and he's going to get the bottom part of the lineup. Ty Vargas, Cade Polson, and Jake Plakis coming up. And really right now, Jordan, biggest thing you could use if you're Utah Valley, get some base runners on and then try to get a few runs. You get here at this point in the ball game, you only got 12 outs to work with, and you need to find a way to probably plate 3 or 4, probably 2 or 3 at least here in the 6th.
That would be nice. The Wolverines trailing, as you mentioned, Ryan, by 8. They need base runners. They need some runs. Start chipping away. Vargas, the freshman, takes a strike on the outside corner from the left-hander, and it's 0-1 to him. Bruning, a freshman out of Lockport, New York. A swing and a high fly ball into right in the ballpark. The right fielder the right fielder Bailey is under it, and he makes the grab, 1 away. So Cade Polson will come up. Now the Wolverines welcome in UC Irvine this weekend for a 3-game series beginning Friday at 6 p.m. here at UCCU Ballpark. Plenty of good seats available. It is something to note, important to note, that Saturday's game will be at 2 p.m., as will most Saturday games this season, as Polson takes a strike. That's a change from years past when Saturday's first pitches were usually at 6 p.m. Not so much this year. Mostly 2 p.m. ball games, which I'm looking forward to. Day baseball is just fantastic here at UCCU Ballpark as Polson fouls one back. It's 0-2.
The nice thing with it gives you not just getting that day baseball, but from a scheduling perspective, we get into, the springtime here where we get a nice, rainstorm or something. It just, I think, allows you more flexibility to move the Sunday game up, or you postpone Friday. It just gets you a little bit more in a usual pattern too. Utah Valley's played a lot of Saturday afternoon games this year, so I think it just kind of a little more consistency maybe around the program and scheduling.
0-2 misses up high. It's 1-2 to Polson. Jacob Bruning, the left-hander, kicks and throws home a swing and a sharply hit ground ball to short. A hop eats up Giordano off his glove and into shallow left center field. That will go down as an error, but that's a tough error. Not a good hop for Giordano. So Polson reaches. Here is Plakis. That is the 4th error of the night on Niagara, and it has not really come back to bite them. Obviously, they lead by 8 runs. So Bruning into his stretch for the first time. 1 man on, 1 man out. The pitch to Plakis, and a fastball misses down and in, ball 1. Also, those Saturday afternoon games, they'll be much warmer than Saturday night games, especially here in the late winter months, the early spring. A sparse crowd on hand tonight. The 1-1 1-0 does not happen. Bruning checks on the runner. Bruning throws, and a fastball misses outside. It's 2-0 now to Plakis. Well, Utah Valley looking to take advantage of the error. Plakis, then top of the order, Trevor Howell. A man on, a man out. Battaglia holding on the runner. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball, that one catches the inside corner. It looked like Plakis was taking all the way. 2-1. So Jacob Bruning really slows down with men on base. He peers in. Glove tucked against his side. Now comes set at the chest. The 2-1 offering. A fastball at the belt. Called for strike 2. It's 2-2 to the freshman, Jake Plakis. He came into the ballgame batting .273 and 22 at-bats this season. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Hit a home run over the weekend, his first collegiate big fly and RBI. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Actually, a foul tip, I believe, into the glove of Zaremba. 2 down. First strikeout for Bruning. Trevor Howell will hit with a man on and 2 gone. A throw over to first base. Howell on the season is just 3 for 16 against left-handed hitters. He is a right-handed hitter, but he has struggled all the way around, although he has had some good at-bats as of late. Bunted for a hit in the first, came around to score. He is 1 for 3. He takes a ball down low. It is Trevor Howell's job all the time, but right now as well, to get on base because the heart of the order is in the wings. Vargas, or Polson rather, with a short lead at first. The 1-0 pitch. A fastball poured in there, strike 1. Bruning checks on the runner and comes home. A swing and a pop-up, shallow right field. Joey Battaglia, the second baseman, going out. Coming in is the right fielder. He stumbles at the last moment, but Bailey makes the grab and the inning's over. The Wolverines strand a base runner, no hits, no runs. We head to the 7th inning. It's Niagara 11, Utah Valley 3.
A Mountain Dew kickstart. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah! I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
11-3, Niagara leading Utah Valley as we head to the 7th inning. New pitcher for the Wolverines. It is the hard-throwing right-hander, Travis Parker. This will be Parker's 6th appearance. He's thrown 4 2/3 innings, given up 5 earned runs, walked 5, struck out 3. Opponents are hitting .417 against the right-hander. So he's looking to get right, as just trying to keep this game in some kind of semblance of reach. The folks, don't forget to stay tuned for our post-game show. We will award the Wilkinson's Player of the Game. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com. Here with the play-by-play is Ryan Pickens.
Thank you, Jordan. A curveball in there for a called strike 1, and it's no balls and a strike here on Josh Marquesa, who I don't know if you could have a better game. 2 home runs and a base hit, 3 for 3 tonight for Niagara. No balls and a strike, and the pitch on its way. Marquesa sends that the other way, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. There's a player down in southern Utah at Dixie State University over the weekend, hit 4 home runs in a game. And I mean, so you might be able to have a better game than Josh Marquesa, but not very often. Of course, the Trailblazers will join the WAC here soon.
Next season, I believe.
The 0-2 pitch, and that one's going to be rolled foul, and we'll do it again. I know it's the 2021 season, or 21-22 they're going to join it, I think. I think it's 21-22.
Not this year, or not next year, but the year after.
No balls and 2 strikes the count. Right here. Sorry. Travis Parker ready to go from the stretch. And Marquesa sends it foul, and it's 0-2 here on Josh Marquesa. Travis Parker, the right-hander, ready to go here. Biggest thing Utah Valley needs right now is to put a 0 up here on the line score here in the 7th inning. Ready to go from the stretch. Parker kicks and delivers this one home, a fastball that misses away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Marquesa.
Well, Parker's a hard thrower. That fastball was at 90 miles an hour. If he grooves one and Marquesa squares it up, he may hit it to Spanish Fork. He has absolutely crushed the ball tonight, as you mentioned, Ryan.
The 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball hit deep in the hole at short. Trevor Howell up with a long throw. It's going to be in time to get Marquesa, and there's 1 away here in the 7th inning. With 1 gone, here's the catcher, Matt Zaremba. Zaremba 1 for 3, has flown out to center, singled, and struck out back in the 5th. Zaremba ready to go. Here, I don't think he was expecting to have to come in the ball game last night, but he did, and paid dividends, getting the base hit. No balls and a strike here on Zaremba. A lot of college baseball going on tonight throughout everywhere. University of Utah playing earlier today, losing to Gonzaga 5-3. The 0-1 pitch, inside and tight. That one will skip to the backstop. And it's 1-1 here on Zaremba. A couple of other kind of interesting games. That UC Davis Sacramento State game just underway, no score. There in Northern California. Number 2 UCLA in action tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to count on its way. Fastball misses off the plate. It's 2 balls and a strike to count here on Zaremba. UC Irvine coming into town this weekend. Should be fun. You don't see UC Irvine come to Orem, Utah too often. The 2-1 pitch misses low with the fastball. Ball 3. It's 3 balls and a strike right here. So it will be a fun 3-game series to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's a 3-1 pitch on its way, and Zaremba hits this one well to left field. Plakas going back, reaches up on the warning track to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Or sorry, there's 2 away here in the inning.
Yeah, UC Irvine, the Anteaters, having a great year. They're 9-4. They've taken 2 of 3 from Washington. They've swept Rice, a good program. So they're coming in, having won 2 of 3 against St. John's.
Pitch on its way. This one's going to be rolled foul by Joey Battaglia, and it's 0-1 here on the second baseman.
St. John's not that far away from Niagara in Queens, New York City.
Travis Parker ready to go here from the stretch. And he kicks and delivers this one home. A slow curveball in there at 75 miles an hour for a strike. And it's 0-2. They got some common opponents, some of the opponents that Utah Valley will see this year. The Anteaters playing Washington State. UC Davis later on. That's end of the season. Pitch on its way, and there Battaglia looks like he doesn't go around. Ball skips away, or he does go around. Ball skips away. Drew Sims fires down to first for the out. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Niagara 11, Utah Valley 3. The Wolverines, Beltran, Estrada, and Sims due up after the break.
Here at Intermountain Healthcare, our doctors have experience treating young athletes, professional athletes, and the athlete next door. We treat everyday injuries, sports injuries, concussions, total joint replacements, and everything in between. Come visit our board-certified physicians and surgeons here at Intermountain Healthcare's Utah Valley Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic. We're committed to keeping you moving.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else? In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life.
If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Hyundai. I promise you'll love it.
adrenaline, passion, triumph. Moments that'll never be forgotten. The 2019 WAC Basketball Tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, March 13th through the 16th. Be a part of the madness. Get your tickets now at 801-863-7474 or at gouvu.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning here at UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah, as Michael Beltran will stand in to lead it off. A couple of defensive changes here as first pitch misses outside for ball one to Michael Beltran. Alex Zulia comes in to play at first base. So I guess one defensive change, that one in there for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Between innings, I saw the umpire point, hey, there's a change. I'm like, well, that's the same pitcher. But Zulia in at first. Here's the 2-0 pitch, about ready to come home to Michael Beltran. The third pitch, low, ball 3. And it's 3-0 on Beltran. Utah Valley needing base runners right now. That's the biggest thing the Wolverines need. And right now, if you're Utah Valley, you'll take them any way you can get them. Ready to go. Here's a 3-0 pitch on its way. That one in there for a called strike, and it's 3-1 on Beltran. Beltran 1 for 2 tonight with a walk, a single, and a strikeout. Has also scored a run for the Wolverines. Ready to go here with the 3-1 pitch on its way, and that's going to miss outside for ball 4. Michael Beltran's aboard here in the 7th. So a nice job for Utah Valley, and here's third baseman Paul Estrada. Estrada doubled and scored a run back in the 5th inning for the 1 Utah Valley run as the Wolverines try to find a way to get something going here against Niagara. So we'll see here with Zulia coming in. We'll see if over at first base, we'll see if Niagara will try to throw over at some point. Zulia holding on the runner. Beltran at first base. Here's the pitch on its way. That one low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes here on Paul Estrada. Dave Carter in the Utah Valley third base coach's box. Out there in just his game uniform. And I'm kind of surprised because even up here I'm in a jacket and that. But maybe Dave Carter down there is moving around a little bit more. The 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Evens the count up at 1-1. A lot of the Wolverines in the dugout and even Niagara, they're all in sweatshirts and jackets right here. 1 ball, 1 strike on Paul Estrada. Ready to go from the stretch. Bruning checks the runner and comes home. The fastball misses low and outside for a ball. And it's 2-1 the count on Paul Estrada. Outfield, pretty straight up right now for Niagara. I don't know if I'm Utah Valley right now with the way Bruning has had a hard time finding the strike zone. I don't know if I'm going up there looking to swing early in the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch on its way. Estrada lifts this one well to center field. Blank's going back to the warning track, to the wall, and it's going to be gone. A home run for Paul Estrada. He goes to the deepest part of the ballpark there for that one. It's a 2-run shot, and Utah Valley has 2 back really quick. It went to that deepest part of the park there, that 408 mark. Or that 4, probably even deeper than that, but just running out of room there was Darian Blanks, and a nice shot there for Paul Estrada, his first of his senior campaign. And here's Drew Sims, so that might be kind of maybe a spark that Utah Valley needed to cut into that 7-run lead. Sorry, what was a 8-run lead a moment ago, now cuts to a 6-run lead with 1 swing of the bat. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's Drew Sims on its way. He swings first pitch, and he lifts this one well. Blank's going back. He's on the warning track. He's going to jump and make the catch for the first out of the inning. So with one away, here's Alexander Marco. Marco 1 for 3, a ground out, a line out, and then a single back in the 5th inning. Bruning right here, ready to go. Here as Marco will stand in.
That's how it goes if you're Drew Sims. Last night, you hit a 75 hopper through the right side to score 2 runs. He hit that ball approximately 420 feet. A little less, probably 415.
Alexander Marco takes a strike.
And it's an out.
Any other part of the ballpark, too. That's a tape measure shot right there.
Any other part of the ballpark, and for the most part, in any other ballpark, that's a home run.
No balls and a strike, ready to go. Here, Bruning delivers this one to Alexander Marco. Low for ball 1, and it's evens the count up at 1-1. Darian Blanks now in center field. Shaded more deep towards that left center field gap right here, as I think he's thinking, hey, I'd rather run to right center field right now than get beat deep into the left center field alley. The 1-1 pitch. Marco rolls this one over to third. Going to be a tough throw. It's going to one-hop for the throw, and they're going to call Alexander Marco out at first base. Eric Matson's going to pop out of the dugout as right there, Gabriel, the third baseman, was going to be, it was really deep in the hole, almost up the line right now. Eric Madsen coming out. It was a late call over at first base, too. Alexander Marco, from here, it appeared that he had beaten out the throw. And Eric Madsen now talking with our first base umpire, Mike Reimer, over there at first base. I don't know what else you could have done if you're Alexander Marco there. He has good speed. And right there, a nice job by Alexander Marco of hustling down the line. I think assistant coach Julie Watts, the first there at first base, I think even a little surprised at the call. Eric Madsen out having a long conversation with Mike Reimer. And now he will turn and head back to the Utah Valley dugout, and there will be one away. I'm kind of surprised there the umpires didn't at least come together and maybe have a conversation about it to make sure right there. Nonetheless, the call's going to stand for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, they're never going to change that call, of course, but that from up here, it certainly he looked safe, and it didn't look all that close, and that's why I think everyone was so surprised. A very nice throw by Gabriel from deep in the hole at third, but that hurts if you're the Wolverines. You need that base runner.
Instead of a runner on at first and 1 out, now there's nobody on and 2 away. And here's Cody Hall in the pitch coming home. Fastball misses off the plate for ball 1. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Hall. Hall 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs tonight for the Wolverines. Ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses off the plate for ball 2. And it's 2 balls and no strikes on Cody Hall. Bruning right now working pretty quick on the mound. He's set and ready to come home with the 2-0 pitch. Kicks and comes home. And that one's going to miss for ball 3. That one, I think, was a little bit high. And it's a 3-0 the count here on Cody Hall. Hall will step out of the box right here and now step back in, ready to go. Bruning has what he wants and comes home. 3-0 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for a called strike. And it's 3-1. Cody Hall thinking that one was off the plate. Started towards first base, and the strike call came. 3-1 the count now on Cody Hall. I would think if you're Cody Hall, you should see something good to hit right here. And Hall swings and hits this one well out to left field. Sending the left fielder back about a step before the warning track is Serrano, who will make the catch. And the 7th inning comes to an end. We head to the 8th here in Orem. Niagara 11, Utah Valley 5. This is Utah Valley University Baseball on GoUVU.com and the WAC Digital Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go? Let's have some fun.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports.
Top of the 8th inning here at the UCCU ballpark in Orem, Utah. It's an 11-5 lead for Niagara. Travis Parker out here to start the 8th inning. He'll face 9-1-2 Darian Blanks, Dawson Bailey, and Benny Serrano coming up. And here with the play-by-play to take us home for the rest of the night is Jordan Bianucci. Jordan?
Thanks, Ryan. The leadoff man will dig in, as you mentioned, Blanks, a right-handed hitter. Well, Utah Valley put up 2 in the last of the 7th, but that is just a start. They still trail by 6 runs, and the first pitch from Parker hits Blanks in the right leg. Or maybe the left, I beg your pardon, the front one. Ouch. So Blanks, the leadoff man, right away, he's on base, and the lineup turns over. Bailey will hit. Bailey hit a solo shot, and I mean shot, back in the 6th inning over the right center field wall and off the batter's eye. And he's just the second Purple Eagle to do that tonight, to hit one off the batter's eye. Josh Marquesa hit one of his 2 home runs, one of them off the backdrop beyond the center field wall. The pitch to Bailey misses down and away. Ball 1. Parker came in last inning, retired all 3 men he faced, but working with a man at first with nobody out. Here in the 8th inning. Polson holding on the runner. The 1-0 pitch coming from Parker. As he nods, looking over at the base runner. He delivers a swing and a fly ball into right field. Marco is under it. He makes the grab, and there is 1 gone. So Bailey is retired for just the 2nd time tonight. He is 3 for 5. Here's Benny Serrano. This will be the 3rd pitcher that Serrano's faced tonight. The Wolverines on pitcher number 5, as another right-hander begins to get loose in the Wolverine bullpen. Serrano, a left-handed hitter, wide open stance, a throw to first. It's low. Polson digs it out, though. Blanks back in safely. I would not be surprised if Blanks, who has pretty good speed, takes off. A 6-run lead in college, and especially at this altitude, is not the same as a 6-run lead, say, in the American League at sea level. This one swung on and fouled off to the left, over the dugout, into the 5th row or so. College baseball is just, in so many ways, a different game.
Yeah, it's really interesting to kind of see when you start getting into these kind of positions. You've been here before, Jordan, where Utah Valley's rallied 9 runs in the 9th, and it's just one of those things where you just never know what's going to happen on a given night, especially a night like last night where Utah Valley all of a sudden just the bats come alive and you score 7 runs in the late innings.
The 0-1 coming. Serrano squares around, pulls the bat back, and takes a ball outside. It's 1-1. College baseball is certainly a game of momentum. And as you mentioned, big innings.
Yeah, usually you talk more about momentum being in, football or basketball primarily. I guess soccer you could have it too, in a little bit maybe different way than you see it in other sports. But
1-1 is grounded to second. Ranging to his left is Hall. It's off his glove. He hurries, throws to first. Did he get him? No, he's safe. So Hall almost made a nice play recovering a hard-hit ball that he was able to knock down. But Serrano reaches. Taking second was Blanks. Here is Battaglia. That's a base hit, by the way. Peter Battaglia, even stance from the left side. He has 2 doubles tonight and an RBI. 2 for 3. He was also hit by a pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner. 0-1. (11-5) Niagara leading. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 2 men on, 1 man out. I say this was Battaglia. This is Zulia. He came in as a defensive replacement in the top half, or in the bottom half of the 7th as a ball misses. It's 1-1 to him. Battaglia no longer in the game. Zulia has had 6 at-bats this season. He is 2 for 6. The 1-1 to him, misses outside, 2-1. Zulia, the 6'1", 175-pound freshman out of North Tonawanda, New York, went to St. Joe's. The 2-1 from Parker. A fastball misses off the plate outside, and the count is 3-1. We saw Zulia last night. He went 1 for 4. Parker steps off, wants to run through the signs again with Sims. Not a lot of folks left at the ballpark tonight. The 3-1. Ball misses down low. He walked him. Parker staring in at Brandon Vandermeed as if to say, where'd that miss? Base is loaded. Here is Gabriel.
Utah Valley does have Romeo Carrillo warming up down in the bullpen. And Niagara getting, it looks like, Evan Kaiser, number 36, warming up down there. So you get a long inning like this, Jordan, it's sometimes hard to throw that same pitcher out there.
Parker delivers a first pitch curveball and a beauty right there on the inside corner. Strike 1 to the right-handed hitting Gabriel. Gabriel has 2 RBIs tonight and also a couple of hits. He scored a run as well back in the 3rd. A nice night for the right-handed hitter. Parker throws. And a ball misses way outside, another breaking ball. And it's 1-1. The middle infield playing double play depth with 1 out in the inning. Estrada even with the bag at third base. Polson playing in front of the runner at first. Niagara looking to add on the pitch. A swing and a grounder foul. Third base side. So the hard-throwing Parker, as we always describe him, he's thrown 3 straight breaking balls to Gabriel. 2 of them have been good pitches. Let's see what he comes with here. One and 2. He kicks and fires. And a changeup stays up high. That had some movement away from the hitter. May have been a slow-looking slider. 2-2 the count. Base is loaded in the 8th inning. 11-6, Niagara in charge. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a line drive, a soft line drive that's going to get knocked down by Howell in shallow right field. He's going to come home with it, and they get one man. 1 run comes in to score for Niagara. Gabriel takes third. So an interesting play there. That ball was hit so softly and so far toward the foul line that Hall had to range way over. He was stationed up the middle. By the time he got there, 1 run had already come in to score. But a nice job coming home with it. He threw out the back runner. That was Serrano. So 2 away, and it's 12-5. So if that should be a base hit, and then a 4-2 putout. Because he was never going to, I don't think he was ever going to get Gabriel at first base. Here is Giordano. Curveball, strike 1, right there on the inside corner. Giordano turned away from it. A really good curveball there from Parker. Boy, if Parker could command that curveball and augment it with the fastball, he could really be effective. The 1 strike pitch coming. Breaking ball down low. And it's 1-1. Blanks was the man who came in and scored the run. Zulia at third base, Gabriel at first. 2 outs in the inning. Parker kicks and fires, and a fastball comes up and in. Look out. Turning out of the way of it, Giordano lifted up his hands, and that ball nearly grazed him. But it did not. 2-1. Marquesa would hit should Giordano reach. A ball misses inside, and it's 3-1. The Wolverines do not want to see Marquesa. He has 2 two-run home runs tonight, as well as another base hit. He is 3 for 4. Parker did face him earlier in the 7th inning, and he retired him. This one is popped up sky high. Right center field, Beltran, the center fielder, over nearly into right field, and he makes the grab. And the inning is over, and we will not see Marquesa come to the plate. Niagara plates another here in the top of the 8th inning. They leave 2 stranded. We head to the last of the 8th. The Wolverines, with just 6 outs to play with, they trail 12-5.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Huh? Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
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 I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Be a king in your mind, but do the work of a servant. With a purpose on the mission, you get to what you deserving. If it's worth it, you be on straight and narrow instead of swerving. Ignore the dream killers and doubters, cause they ain't perfect.
Dang, still a lot of doubters out there. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for the motivation.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Utah Valley University. New pitcher on for Niagara. It will be Evan Kaiser, making only his 2nd appearance of the year. He's gone 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, which was not earned. Opponents hitting .250 off the right-hander out of Mono, Ontario. The 6'2", 200-pound right-hander is going to get 7, 8, 9 Vargas, Polson, and Plakis coming up. And Jordan, right now, Utah Valley in a position where they need some base runners quickly and maybe some 8th inning magic like we saw last night.
They do. They trail by 7 runs. The Wolverines put up 7 last night in the last of the 8th inning. It's a tall task. They will have Vargas, Polson, and Plakis, the bottom third of the order, coming up. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. UC Davis has taken a 2-0 lead over Sacramento State. That game in the top of the 2nd in California's state capital. Air Force beat Northern Colorado earlier today, 9-6 the final. Illinois Chicago beat Chicago State 7-1. UT Rio Grande Valley has taken a 4-3 lead over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That game in the last of the 6th inning in southern Texas, South Texas, they say, I guess. Here is Vargas, righty versus righty. Vargas looking for his first base hit of the night. The pitch to him, a swing and a foul high and off to the right. 86 miles an hour from Kaiser. Kaiser will come with the fastball curveball slider. Or excuse me, fastball curveball changeup. Fastball in the mid-80s. According to the scouting report, the 1-strike pitch, a swing and a miss out, in and out of the glove of Zaremba. 0-2 the count. We've seen Vargas fall behind 0-2 in a lot of counts this season. The freshman still getting acclimated. He is 4 for 14 on the year, has 2 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch coming from Evan Kaiser, the kid out of Ontario. A swing and a chopper to third. Charging is Gabriel. He has it, throws to first. A nice stretch by Zulia, and they got him. A beautiful job by Zulia to stretch out for that baseball. And they get Vargas one away. So, Cade Polson will hit. The junior came into the ballgame batting .311. He has reached twice tonight on errors. Niagara has committed 4 errors in the field. How often do you see that? And they're leading by 7 runs. The Wolverines with 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Purple Eagles with 12 hits on 12 runs, I beg your pardon, on 17 hits, 4 errors as Polson takes a ball up high, 1-0.
All 9 Purple Eagles have a base hit tonight.
They have lost 9 in a row, and they are on the cusp of breaking that losing streak. The 1-0 rather misses outside, 2-0 to Polson. A righty, 2 right-handers getting loose in the bullpen for Utah Valley. The center fielder Blanks playing in right center, playing Polson to go the other way.
Jake Carr, one of those right-handers, warming up down there for the Wolverines.
There's a ball. It's 2-1. I don't think they would use Carr. I imagine he's just getting in some work. He would be slated to start this Friday against UC Irvine. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball in there at the belt. 2-2 to Polson. Again, a 6 p.m. Friday night start. Plenty of good seats still available. You can purchase online at gouvu.com or at the ticket office at UCCU Ballpark. A swing and a miss, a high 87-mile-an-hour fastball that Polson was laid on, and they're 2 away. First strikeout for Kaiser. Here is Jake Plakas. Both of these teams have really struggled early on this season. Niagara 1-12 overall, UVU 3-12. A ball misses outside, and it's 1-0. The schedule does not get any easier for Utah Valley. You have UC Irvine coming in. They're they're a tough team no matter the year, but this year they're playing particularly well out of that Big West Conference, a great baseball conference. As Plakas fouls this one off, it's 1-1. Plakas 0 for 3 tonight. After Irvine, Utah Valley will host BYU. No easy game. At Seattle, then Oregon Grand Canyon. Yikes. 1-1, the count. Righty versus righty. The 1-1 pitch misses down low. 2-1.
Jordan, we were just, our producer just showed me a little clip right now. The West Coast Conference men's basketball game going on right now. Gonzaga, of course, top 4 team in the country, losing right now to St. Mary's. I mean, which is big right now. I mean, that's the 2-1 pitch. Plakas grounds it to short.
He dives. We're going to tag team this one. The throw to first. They got him. Nice call, Ryan. All right. On to the top of the 9th. Niagara with a 12-5 lead here in Orem.
Top of the ninth, new pitcher on for Utah Valley. It will be right-hander Romeo Carrillo on the mound, making his 5th appearance, no record with a 4.76 ERA. He's gone 5 2/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .292 off of him. First pitch inside and tight for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The count on Josh Marquesa right here as Carrillo will get ready to go and come set on the mound here with a 1 ball, no strike count on Marquesa. And the 1-0 on its way comes inside and low for ball 2.
Marquesa?
Tag, you're in.
Thank you. Marquesa has homered twice tonight. 2-0. Carrillo, the right-hander, working from the windup. The pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner, strike 1. 12-5, Utah Valley will need a minor miracle in the 9th inning, but it could happen. The left-handed hitter here, he wants to go deep again. You know he does. He's hit his first 2 home runs of the season earlier tonight, and they were not cheap shots. This one, in there for a called strike, it's 2-2 to him.
And really, it's a feat to hit 1 home run in a ball game, but anytime you can go deep twice in the same ball game, much less back-to-back at bats, you have to be feeling really good about yourself.
2-2 fastball misses down low, and it's 3-2.
That's really, as a hitter, when you know you're locked in.
Yeah, I would say so. The last thing Carrillo wants to do is walk the leadoff man, trailing by 7 runs. 3-2, swung on and missed. He chased a high fastball, a good-looking pitch from Carrillo, 1 away.
Jake Carr is still throwing down there in the bullpen, so I don't know if he's just getting loose for insurance reasons, just in case this one gets a little maybe interesting here right now. Maybe you're thinking you can go throw to 1 batter and still be good for Friday. Who knows?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if he came in because he is the Wolverines' Friday night starter as a ball misses outside. 1-0 to Zaremba. It is funny, though, that he gets his work in during the game. But we see that. Sometimes not unusual. Ball misses down and away. 2-0. Carrillo falls behind the left-handed hitting Zaremba, and he steps off the mound, rubs up the baseball. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses away, and it's 3-0. Romeo Carrillo, the freshman out of Palmdale, California. Fastball in at the knees, and it's 3-1. Well, Ryan, the Gales did it in men's basketball. They knocked off Gonzaga. Wow.
Not a bad week for St. Mary's, for sure. And that
3-1, swung on and missed.
And that will be interesting because Gonzaga was one of the teams that were projected. Salt Lake City hosting the first 2 rounds. Gonzaga was one of those teams some people were projecting would come to Salt Lake City. So now that just doesn't affect one regional, Jordan. That could affect the whole bracket.
Yeah, crazy in men's basketball. Of course, the 3-2 pitch here is swung on, fouled back. Utah Valley will be the 2 seed in the WAC men's tournament down in Las Vegas this week. That should be exciting. Everyone talking about it up here in Orem.
Which will be good, which will be fun. Playing, I think, University of Missouri, Kansas City on Thursday night, I want to say.
3-2 is topped foul. We'll do it again.
They just had Jake Toulson, too, named WAC Player of the Year, which is interesting. Coming back as a junior, Wyatt Lowell, the freshman of the year, with some of those transfers that Mark Pope has brought in. Boy, keep an eye. Next year, that could be a loaded team here in Orem.
3-2 pitch, a swing and another foul. A spirited at-bat here. A battle between Carrillo and the left-handed hitting Zaremba, who is 1 for 4 tonight. Of course, Utah Valley has never been in the big dance in men's basketball. New Mexico State, the dominant force in the WAC. They are the number 1 seed as this one again is fouled off down the left field line. We will do it again. 12-5, Niagara leading here in the 9th. Utah Valley went to the NCAA tournament in baseball back in 2016. winning the WAC tournament 3-2 is topped foul again.
So it'll be interesting to see here with the 3-ball, 2-strike count. We'll see here what Utah Valley dials up right now. Jordan, speaking of conference tournaments, the women will play tomorrow against UMKC, 3:30 Mountain Time tip.
The 11th pitch of the at-bat misses outside. A curveball from Carrillo, and Zaremba takes first base. The further that at-bat goes, the advantage starts to tilt toward the hitter, and Carrillo had thrown a lot of fastballs, and he did not want to throw another one. Zaremba had really just missed a couple, and that curveball missed outside. So here is Battaglia. The pitch to Joey in there on the inside corner, strike one. Our producer so far this year has been Juan. He's on his way down to Las Vegas. Right now, we don't know if he has made it. We probably won't hear from him. Juan, if you're out there listening, check in. We want to make sure you're safe. Check swing at a ball off the inside. He did not go around, says first base umpire Mike Reimer. Juan is going to have to wake up at like 6 in the morning to work those games. And I can't wait to hear how it all goes. Those are long days. He is working down there on the television side. A ball misses upstairs, and it's 2-1 now to Battaglia.
Because you get all the pregame, all the postgame, the coach's press conferences. It's not just like show up and do the game. Like it's a full okay, let's meet, let's go over how we're gonna do this. I mean, it's gonna be a long weekend down there for sure. I know.
The 2-1 from Carrillo, a fastball misses inside, and it's 3-1 to Joey Battaglia, who has one hit on the night. He's 1 for 4.
I know some of our fellow WAC baseball broadcasters are down there calling games for the tournament. I think it's Adam Young from New Mexico State will call 4 or 5 on at least the men's side for sure, which will be a fun weekend for sure down there in Vegas.
The 3-1, a fastball comes and hits Battaglia between the numbers, so he'll take first. Runners on first and second, still just 1 out in this inning. Niagara in front, 12-5. Well, if we weren't doing UC Irvine games at a series here at UCCU Ballpark this weekend, I would think about making the 6-hour drive or so down to Las Vegas to check out the WAC tournament at the Orleans Arena. Have you ever been down there for a tournament?
No, I never have.
It's something you need to do at least once. It's a lot of fun.
I got a buddy down there in the Air Force, and this is last year down there, and I didn't even think of it until now about going down there for the tournament,
Hey, give him a call. I don't want to do 3 games by myself. Don't give him a call. Stick around. 2 on, just 1 out. Here is Blanks. He takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Our pal and colleague Josh Klunke down there doing the color with Jim McCullough for Utah Valley Radio. The 1-0 coming from Carrillo. Here it is. Fastball catches the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Blanks on the night is 1 for 3. He has come around to score twice. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Righty versus righty. Blanks hitting just 195 on the season. The 1-1. That comes inside and almost hits him. He had to jump out of the way and then stumbled across home plate. So Carrillo not exactly sure where the baseball is going right now. He started off the inning very well, struck out Marquesa, who in many ways has been the toughest out for the Wolverines, but right now he's struggling a bit. 2 men on, 1 man out, 2-1 the count. A ground ball would get him out of the inning possibly. There's a fastball on the corner, on the inside corner, 2-2.
Kevin McConnell up now for the Wolverines down in the bullpen. Jake Carr's put the jacket on. He's going back down into the Wolverine dugout. So
full count. We'll see if the runners take off. They do not. The pitch, a swing and a high fly ball. Deep to left. Plakis on the edge of the track. He makes the grab. The runners stay put. The throw comes into third. And Blanks just missed that one. Not real deep down the left field line, just 305 feet. It is 312 feet down the right field line. And we've mentioned the alleyway is very deep here at UCCU Ballpark. So here's Bailey with 2 outs and 2 men on.
Bailey needing a triple here for the cycle, Jordan. Something interesting to see. You don't see that too often, but got the home run back in the 6th.
Ball misses it down and into him. Yeah, single, double, home run. Well, let's see if he can do it. This is a park to do it in. Hit one in the left center field alleyway. He could certainly take 3. The 1-0 coming from Carrillo. Here it is. A swing and a line drive into right. This won't do it, but it may score a run. Nope, they're going to hold him up at the last minute as Marco comes up with it and fires it into Polson, the cutoff man. The bases are loaded. And Niagara just will not stop. If Niagara beats Cincinnati this weekend a couple times, the Bearcats may want to send a thank you note to the Wolverines, because tonight Niagara has finally broken out of that ugly stretch, that 9-game losing streak. We assume will come to an end if they can hold at least a 7-run lead. Here's a chopper to second. This should end the inning. Hall charging, has it, underhands to Polson, and the inning is over. Niagara loads the bases, but Carrillo does a nice job to work around the bases loaded jam. Last chance for the Wolverines. We head to the last of the 9th. They trail 12-5.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Whether your first choice or second chance.
There's a place for you.
Place for you.
Place for you at UVU.
Place to engage,
To rise.
to succeed.
To become.
Twelve to 5, Utah Valley trailing. We head to the last of the 9th inning. Top of the order for the Wolverines. It'll be Howell, Beltran, and Estrada. Evan Kaiser, the right-hander, back out on the mound in relief. His 2nd inning of work for Niagara. Well, the Wolverines a couple years ago scored 9 in the last of the 9th.
Which was weird because on the same day, you were here, I wasn't. I was up at the University of Utah that day. They scored 9 runs in the 9th to beat Arizona.
It's bizarre. And that was against Northern Colorado, I believe.
Either them or Chicago State. It was one of the two.
It was Northern Colorado. And, yeah, Utah Valley scored 9 in the 9th. They'll have to do something similar. They would need 8 to be walk-off winners tonight. First pitch is in there for a strike to Howell. Trevor Howell singled on a bunt back in the 1st inning about 3 hours and 5 minutes ago. He is 1 for 4. The 1-strike pitch, fastball, misses down and away. He checks his swing. 1-1. Kaiser working from the windup. He throws. A fastball is swung on and popped up down the right field line, giving chases Bailey. He's going to have to go a long way. He slides, but he is unable to make the catch near the bullpen down the right field line. The bullpens are on the field here at UCCU Ballpark, so there is a fair amount of foul territory, but not like, say, at Stanford. They have a lot of foul territory there, but more than you see at a lot of modern ballparks. The fans are on top of the action here, though. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen, still 1-2. Kaiser peers in. He rocks and throws. Fastball swung on, spoiled foul, and the count remains at 1-2. So UC Irvine on Friday night at 6 p.m. here in Orem, Saturday at 2 p.m. Then they'll wrap that series up on Sunday at noon. The 1-2 pitch from Kaiser. Curveball swung on, fouled back. Howell has had some pretty good at-bats as of late, hitting just 176 on the year. They have not all resulted in hits, but he's battled. Kaiser takes a breath, exhales, now he comes home, and a fastball misses down and away in the dirt. 2-2. Next Tuesday, a week from tonight, Utah Valley will host Brigham Young for the only time in 2019. That will be, I believe, at the beginning of spring break here on campus. No?
Next week, spring break here on campus.
Yeah, Tuesday, right?
Oh, yep.
2-2. You're already on spring break. Ball misses outside, 3-2.
I'm on spring break until about, let's see, April 26th.
That's a good break. 3-2 to Howell. Bases empty, 12-5. Niagara leading in the ninth. Fastball misses inside. A leadoff walk. And that's exactly what the Wolverines wanted. Nice job by Trevor Howell. So here's Beltran. You can tell Kaiser upset with himself. It's a good at bat. Both pitcher and batter battling. Beltran hitting from the right side. He singled in the first inning, scored a run. He has walked, struck out, and walked again. A swing and a line drive down the left field line. Fair ball. It's going to roll up against the wall to the right of the 305 marker. Serrano digs it out. Into third is Howell. Into second with a double is Michael Beltran. Runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the ninth inning. So Beltran continues to swing a hot bat. Here is Estrada. The Niagara bullpen is quiet. Utah Valley gave up 4 runs in the top of the first inning. They came back with 2 of their own in that inning. But then Niagara scored 2 more in the second and 2 more in the third. They tacked on 3 more in the sixth. The Wolverines have just not been able to get a big rally going. The pitch to Estrada. Curveball right there on the inside corner, called for a strike. Estrada with the high pants, stirrups, white sanitaries. White batting gloves as he digs in a slightly open stance from the right side. Now, time is called. Did they call time or a balk? Time. The pitcher, Evan Kaiser, wanted a new baseball. So 0-1 the count to Estrada. 1-1. Is that right? Yes.
Our home plate umpire signaling 1-1 as he.
So Kaiser stares in from the stretch. The Wolverines trying to get something positive going. Here it comes. Curveball catches the inside corner, called for strike 2. Drew Sims is on deck. Estrada hit a 2-run home run, a blast over the center field wall in the 7th inning. That was his first homer of the season. Kaiser ready. The 1-2 pitch to Estrada. And it comes inside. The count's even at 2-2.
These are the types of situations I'm always curious to see how different hitters are going to look at it, because there's some hitters that are going to go, okay, I'm going to look for, a fastball in the middle of the zone. There's others that say, you know what, I'm going to work the count in my favor, and then I'm going to take some pitches, and I'm going to, make him throw me something good. And right here, Paul Estrada's gotten it back into a even count here to see what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to force the pitcher to come over here with something.
The 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off. That was the fastball he'd been waiting on, and he fouled it back. So we'll do it again. A big gap in right center field with blanks shading Estrada to pull it toward left. The Wolverines, their first 2 batters have reached. They're at 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. The Wolverines trailing by 7 runs, though. Kaiser with the 2-2 coming. Here it is. A swing and a foul back. Another fastball in on the hands of Estrada at 86 miles an hour. This is the first time Kaiser has faced Estrada. Beltran at 2nd, he doubled. Howell at 3rd, he walked. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a looping liner into right center field. That's going to split the outfielders. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes the second. He will score. Estrada into 2nd with a 2 RBI double. And it's 12-7, Niagara. The 3rd and 4th RBI of the night for Paul Estrada. A very good at bat, and we're going to have a trip to the mound from Rob McCoy, the Niagara head coach. And no one's getting up in the Niagara bullpen, so this is just a visit. This is Rob McCoy's last visit of the night. He has none remaining. So Howell scores, Beltran scores. Still nobody out in the 9th inning. Drew Sims will be the batter. McCoy brings in everybody, the whole infield, to have a meeting. It's a very nice piece of hitting by Estrada, going the other way with that pitch.
Not trying to do too much with the baseball there, and really you have to like the last couple of at-bats that Paul Estrada's had. Really just well-timed the home run in the 7th, really timed the fastball well, took it right back up to dead center field. That one going the opposite way. You think about it, if you can get Paul Estrada, Trevor Howell, and that top of the lineup all hitting consistently, that's going to give some RBI opportunities to that middle part of the lineup.
Indeed. Here is Drew Sims, an RBI opportunity here. He swings away at the first pitch and fouls it back. Sims singled in a run in the 1st inning. He flew out to deep left center field in the 7th in his last at bat. It's 427 feet into the left field alleyway, the deepest part of the yard, and Sims hit it out there to the warning track. A home run in almost any other ballpark. But it was tracked down by blanks. The 0-1 pitch, fastball catches the inside corner, and it's 0-2. Sims, the catcher, does not like the call. He's been behind home plate all night, and he disagreed with Brandon Vandermead's strike call there. Estrada at 2nd, nobody out. Kaiser working the 9th. Here's the 0-2 to Sims. A swing and a foul off to the right. So Sims battling. Nobody up in that Niagara bullpen. They have a 5-run lead. After Sims, it will be Alexander Marco. Estrada with a short lead at 2nd base. Blanks in center field, positioned playing Sims to pull. The 0-2 comes inside, ball 1. Another fastball from Sims. Or I beg your pardon, from Kaiser.
Right here, if you're Kaiser, Jordan, you're just trying to get any out. Even Paul Estrada at second base doesn't mean much to Niagara, but this is where if you're Utah Valley, if you get a couple of more base hits, all of a sudden you may start getting Niagara thinking a little bit about a repeat of last night.
The 1-2 is grounded to short. Estrada will take third. Giordano has it. He'll throw across for the out. A big first out for Kaiser and the Purple Eagles. So here is Marco with a man at third base and one gone. Marco has singled. He is 1 for 4 tonight. He does have an RBI. He picked that up in the first inning on a ground out. He swings and chops the first one foul in between the third base coach Dave Carter and Paul Estrada, who's at the third base bag. Don't forget to stick around for the Wolverine Green post-game show. We will go through the final totals and hand out our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game. He may be standing on third base. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses up and in to Marco. 1-1 the count. Cody Hall is on deck. Marco takes a big breath now, steps back in, righty versus righty. Kaiser peers in, Zaremba drops the sign. The 1-1 as Estrada dances off third. This one is skied into center field. Estrada will tag. Blanks is under it. It's going to be Bailey, the right fielder, though. Estrada will score, no throw. And it's 12-8, but that's the second out of the ninth inning. So Marco does pick up an RBI.
And now they're telling Paul Estrada, it looks like, to... They're gonna give Estrada home, and now the Jeff Clough, the third base umpire, coming to Brandon Vandermeed here. Alexander Marco is standing with a bat still, so I don't know exactly what's gonna go on. They're gonna tell Alexander Marco, it looks like, to get back in the box.
Well, was it a balk, or was it? If it was catcher's interference, Marco would be at first base. So I don't think it can be that. As Vandermeed, the home plate umpire, is explaining it to Marco and Rob McCoy, the head coach for Niagara.
It has to be a balk in this situation because of the fact of how they played that. Jeff Clough quickly calling time, telling the runner to get back, to go from third, points to the third base bag, and then points home, signaling the runner advances from third to home, and then Marco gets back in the box.
Indeed. Did you see the balk call? I was watching the baseball. I did not see anyone call a balk, and now Vandermeed looking up at us. The count is 1-1.
And how big of it, if you're Utah Valley there, Jordan, you just got gifted another out.
Yes, you did. So a balk scores Estrada. So let's see if the Wolverines can take advantage. There's a fastball right there on the inside corner to Marco, strike 2. So no RBI for Marco.
You don't see a lot of the third base umpire calling the balk.
Yeah, now from the windup, base is empty. Kaiser throws, and there's a line drive, base hit into right field. Wow. Still just one away here in the ninth. And that will bring up Cody Hall, the sixth place hitter. Well, we've seen stranger things. Hall tonight 0 for 4. 12-8 the score. Still Niagara in a very good spot. The pitch. Hall takes a fastball outside, but you get the dugout back into it. You get the few fans that have remained here at the ballpark back into it. Vargas is on deck. A short lead for Marco at first base. Kaiser from the stretch, he throws. Hall takes the ball down low. It's 2-0.
And this is where you get another base runner. Niagara is going to quickly get somebody throwing down there. And now we'll have a visit coming in from the shortstop. But, Jordan, this is where a base hit here, you get a couple of men on base. This is going to get kind of interesting. As for Niagara, it's going to be number 32. That's Alex McKinnon, the junior, starting to throw down in the bullpen.
2-0 to Hall. The pitch. Fastball misses up high. 3 balls, no strikes. Kaiser thought he had a strike, but that was inside and a bit high. Now Kaiser takes a long walk. He goes out, takes a big breath behind the pitcher's mound, turns towards center field, and comes back. He toes the rubber. 3-0. You have to think Hall would be taking all the way. We'll see. Now time called by the umpire, and a ball got away from the bullpen down the right field line. I thought Jeff Clough was about to call another balk.
Jordan, this is where that mound visit earlier in the 9th really comes back to, I think, hurt Niagara in a way, because now your next mound visit, you have to pull them, and you can't do that until that arm's really ready down in that bullpen. So this is where situational baseball and that mound visit rule really comes back into play.
The 3-0 pitch misses low and away. He walked him. Runners on first and second, and that brings the tying run to the on-deck circle. The hitter will be Ty Vargas, the freshman. Yeah, the mound visit, it is interesting to note. Niagara still with 1 out and up 4. I think that's really the message that Kaiser would take if Rob McCoy could go out there. You're still up 4 runs. Just throw strikes. But that's been tough for Kaiser here in the bottom of the 9th. So Vargas comes to the plate. 2 men on, 1 man out. A ground ball could end the ball game. Kaiser set. Here it comes. Fastball misses high and away. The 5th straight ball thrown by Kaiser, and he is in distress. He takes another long walk behind the mound. He is not happy, and Rob McCoy has seen enough. He goes to the right-hander out of the bullpen. Kaiser just does not look comfortable at all right now on the pitcher's mound. We will keep it here on GoUVU.com. Get the numbers on the new right-hander. At first base, Hall standing. At second is Marco. The Wolverines have 3 hits in the inning. Kaiser has issued 2 walks. They trail still by 4 runs. They have 3 in already, though.
And this is something interesting I was watching the Niagara dugout there just to kind of see their reaction, Jordan. One of their coaches went down to the bullpen, and I think they were trying to say, okay, are you ready? Because, once he got back to the dugout, that's when Rob McCoy came out of the dugout. The new pitcher for Niagara will be Alex McKinnon. McKinnon making his 5th appearance of the year. He's got a 6.35 ERA. No wins, no losses. For the right-hander, he's gone 5 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .360 off the right-hander out of Aurora, Ontario, the junior, the 6'3 junior. And this is a big situation, Jordan, because you talk about if you're Niagara, you've gotten into a very slow start to this season, and here you're up on the road late, and the other team has the momentum on their home field. It doesn't help. You're getting into this tough part of the lineup where you have to deal with Cade Polson, who's been swinging a good bat. Vargas had that good at bat late in the game last night, and then you get past Jake Plakas and you go back to the top of the lineup. And so this is not an easy situation at all for McKinnon to come into.
No, the bottom of the order has been swinging the bat relatively well for Utah Valley. A look at the out-of-town scoreboard. UC Davis and Sacramento State are tied at 2. The Hornets have come back and tied that one. That one just in the bottom of the third in Sacramento. UT Rio Grande Valley has a 9-3 lead over Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That game in the top of the 9th. Some finals from earlier. Air Force beat Northern Colorado 9-6, and Illinois Chicago beat Chicago State 7-1. So here we go. You can hear that dugout, the Wolverines hollering, and the few remaining fans getting into it, trying to put that pressure on McKinnon. 2 men on, 1 man out. 12-8, Niagara leading. Should Vargas reach, Polson would come up as the tying run. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball in there for a called strike, and that is exactly what the Purple Eagles were looking for as McKinnon inherits that 1-0 count. It is 1-1 now. We saw the fastball there from McKinnon, mid-80s. He also has a curveball and a changeup. He steps off, takes a breath. Vargas tonight looking for his first hit. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. The 1-1 pitch coming. Here it is. A ball down and away. 2-1. Out at second base, it's Marco, and he keeps dancing off the second base bag, and it's McKinnon looks at him for a long time, but if you're McKinnon, that run doesn't mean anything. Focus in and get the guy at the plate. You have a 4-run lead. And it's interesting they're keeping that runner close with Battaglia playing close to the bag. Now he retreats. The 2-1 pitch. A swing and a foul down the right field line, and the count is even at 2-2. Another fastball from McKinnon. Vargas hit a ball into shallow right center field in the second inning that almost certainly was going to fall for a base hit until Blanks came out of nowhere, the center fielder making a headlong diving grab, a spectacular grab that Vargas was robbed on. The 2-2 coming from McKinnon. He's set at the belt. Here it is to the freshman. Swing and a foul down the right field line again. A fastball knee high that Vargas did a nice job to spoil. Another right-hander begins to get loose for Niagara. McKinnon taking a long time. Steps off, toes the rubber. Now he peers in where Zaremba drops the sign. Men at first and second for the Wolverines. 1 out in the 9th. They trail by 4. The pitch to Vargas. A swing and a ground ball to short. This could do it. Giordano to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. Vargas beat it out just barely. Giordano threw that, made the throw, and it was in the dirt. A nice pick by Zulia at first. So the Wolverines are down to their final out. Hall is retired from the base path. Vargas takes his spot on what will go down as a 6-4 fielder's choice. Marco's at third, but that, most importantly for Niagara, keeps the tying run in the on-deck circle. So here's Polson, the 8th man to come to the plate in this inning. The junior digs in, righty versus righty. Here it comes. A swing and a foul high and off to the right. It is interesting that the first baseman, Alex Zulia, is holding on Vargas. He's the back runner, and I know they want to keep him close, but that does open up a huge hole on that right side should Polson go the other way. The 1-strike pitch. A swing and a foul, and the Wolverines are down to their final strike. Polson angry at himself there that he missed that one.
Well, I'm surprised, too, at them holding the runner because the outfield, Jordan playing Polson to go the other way, so which lets me know here with 0-2, they're going to probably pitch Cade Polson away here and see if he can try to, if he wants to pull one, he's going to have to reach for it.
Yeah, Blanks is in right center field. The 2-strike offering, a swing and a foul. Polson stays alive, and so do the Wolverines. If Polson can get on base, the tying run would come to the plate in the form of Jake Plakas. He is 0 for 4 tonight. 0-2 to Polson. 2 men on, 2 men out in the ninth. McKinnon ready. Here's the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball into right. Going back is Bailey. He was playing shallow. Now he reaches up and makes the grab on the run. And the ball game is over. Niagara snaps the 9-game losing streak, but it was an adventure. The Wolverines mount a comeback, but it was too little, too late. Niagara and Utah Valley split the 2-game series, with Niagara taking this one 12-8. We'll take a break on GoUVU.com, come back with the final totals and the Wolverine Green postgame show after this. Once again, Niagara beats Utah Valley 12-8. We'll be back.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face. You don't know me. You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
Thinking of buying a home? Think bigger. Because with UCCU's low interest rates and low mortgage insurance rates, you could qualify for more house with the same payment you could get from other local lenders. A mortgage with UCCU gives you more purchase power. That means more money you can put into your home or back into your pocket. To learn more, visit uccu.com/morehouse or stop by any UCCU branch today. More house, same payment. Only at UCCU, inspiring smart mortgage decisions.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Eyes on me. I'm Mark Pope, coach of the UVU men's basketball team. I want to thank Carlos Iglesias and Ken Garth Volkswagen for being a great friend of Utah Valley University athletics, basketball, volleyball, and everything else.
Thanks, Coach. We're proud to support a great program like Utah Valley University Sports. We wish the Wolverines a fantastic season.
You can thank Carlos, too, by visiting their new dealership today, Ken Garth Volkswagen.
We hear you.
Welcome back to UCCU Ballpark. I'm Jordan Bianucci alongside Ryan Pickens. Utah Valley falls to Niagara 12-8. The Wolverines put together a little comeback in the ninth, Ryan, but a little too late.
Yeah, just a little too late. This is where you'd really like to see some of those earlier opportunities we talked about early on after giving up that 4-run first inning. Jordan, you didn't want to dig yourself too big of a hole where you had to try to play back from too far behind. And tonight for Utah Valley, they played from behind well, but it was those big innings that really hurt the Wolverines. A 4-run first by Niagara, a 3-run sixth inning by Niagara, and both of those innings just kind of opened up the ball game for the Purple Eagles, who knock out 18 hits tonight on Utah Valley pitching. Really a great game if you're Niagara to take that one back here to end the road trip. But really for Utah Valley, Jordan, you need to find a way to contain those big innings and maybe get a run or two in other opportunities, and Utah Valley just didn't do that tonight.
They did not. The Wolverines left 9 men on base. The bright spot, though, Utah Valley's Paul Estrada was terrific. He doubled twice and homered. He had 4 RBIs on the night. So if he can get hot, boy, that would really help in that 3 spot in the order. He is our Wilkinson's Trophy Player of the Game, Paul Estrada. With 41 years of experience, Wilkinson's Trophy is your place for awards, screen printing, embroidery, and name badges. Check out selections online at wilkinsonstrophy.com. Let's take a look at the final totals tonight. Niagara, 12 runs on 18 hits, 4 errors. They left 8 on base. Utah Valley with 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 9. The winning pitcher, Bednarski, improves to 1-0. Matt Dahlke gets the loss. He lasted just an inning plus. He falls to 1-1 on the year. McKinnon ends up getting the save. He came into the game. The tying run was on deck, and he put out the fire and crushed the Wolverines' hopes in this one. Utah Valley falls to 3-13 on the season. Niagara improves to 2-12. They snap the 9-game losing skid as they fly out of here and head to Cincinnati for a series this weekend against the Bearcats. The time of the ball game was 3 hours and 31 minutes. The official attendance, 473. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Our next broadcast will be on Friday night. The Wolverines return here to UCCU Ballpark to take on UC Irvine. First pitch at 6 p.m. For my broadcast partner, Ryan Pickens, I am Jordan Bianucci saying so long from UCCU Ballpark in Orem, Utah. Once again, Utah